Welcome back to the Bro Force Squad podcast. We're coming at you live from Themyscira as we give you one of our world famous Wonder Woman movie commentary. Actually, we're just giving you a Wonder Woman movie commentary, but it's world famous. You guys should know that. We have it paused as the Warner Brothers logo is fully on the screen right now, roughly the 12-second mark. So you guys go ahead and get your DVDs or Blu-rays or however you like to watch your entertainment sunk up with ours. We're going to go around the island and meet the bros. First, we have Jeff Hornacek. Now, Jeff, I know that you used to train Amazonian women while on Themyscira. Can you enlighten us on how that was?
Yeah, first off, I just lost $20 because you pronounced Themyscira correctly, so damn it. Second off, I was allowed on the island, and at first I said, I thought you guys weren't allowed to have any men on the island, and they just said, no, just no men that we want to fuck. And I was like, well, I feel used. So that's kind of my time on Themyscira.
Fair enough. Now, to his left, because we all know he's not allowed on the right side, we have Matthew F. Geiger, also known as the fighter pilot. Now,
why does
Geiger,
he get to be the fighter pilot? That's bullshit.
Because he's not a pussy.
Let him finish, Jeff.
Geiger, I also heard that you survived several plane crashes before. Can you enlighten us on one of those plane crashes?
I survived several plane crashes. But before that, I survived Rotten Tomatoes destroying BVS. I just want you to know this is fucking fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The first DCEU movie ever to be fresh. And we're about to fucking review it for you. So let's fucking go.
Let's do it. Guys, remember we're at roughly the 12-second mark. The Warner Brothers logo is fully on the screen. And we are going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
I don't know if we mentioned we're drinking heavily while we watch this also. So,
I don't think they figured that out from my intro.
yeah, that's
Jeff,
true.
you could Venmo me that money to do, because whenever Banner drinks light beer, not cheap-ass rum that he buys from the thing, he can pronounce shit.
I know. I feel like I feel like I got hustled. By the way, is this the first movie that they had the DCEU intro with all the fucking heroes?
Yes, that was not on BBS at all. Because if it was, Jeff, when we were in the theaters, like, we would all have boners.
I love
I kind of
that.
have a boner right now.
Can we say that's better than the Marvel one now because they don't do the page flipping anymore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. One nothing.
This is how you describe, like, college when you get out. You're like, it was a land of magic and water.
Yeah, you just go to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and you're just doing beer bongs. This makes no sense.
Love the Wayne Enterprises reference.
I really like how they started this. They tied it. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but they actually somewhat tied it into BVS.
And as a Fox guy, Banner, you know a thing or two about tying in the other movies.
Look, I can tie shit together with the best of them.
Guys, look at those boots. Someone got the fall collection catalog. Jesus. Gal Gadot, she is borderline distracting how gorgeous she is, I have to say. Although then I remember that a woman like that would never even look at me, so I'm like, oh, I'm a little less distracted now.
I remember the scene in the trailer, and I'm thinking, did Nolan direct this? The whole time, I was like, this is like a Nolan film. But this part is fucking great.
And of course, this
I can't
photo.
believe I have to give you credit, Jeff. She came from the Fast and Furious franchise. I'm so pissed I have to give you credit.
We groomed her. I mean, that's where she got her at bats, learned how to act. Once Han died, she was like, oh, sorry, spoilers. She was like, you know what, I'm not good for this franchise anymore.
Yeah, but didn't she die before Han died?
Nah.
See, this is equivalent to a chick who's like 35, she's the marketing director, and someone sends her a picture of her in college just drunk and fuck with her boob hanging out. She's like, how did you get this?
And then he also has a list of demands.
Yeah.
This right here is what I feel like when I'm drunk and someone's like, hey, let's go down these stairs. I'm like, fuck stairs. You try and jump all of them and then you faceplant.
It's also like when I'm drunk and I go into Pita Pit and I'm like, oh my god, this place is gorgeous.
Do you ever think these horses are like, why the hell are just sit on me normal? Do you guys think this will be a big Halloween costume this year? The slutty Themyscirian women?
Did you see how many whores are dressed as Harley Quinn? Everyone's going to be Wonder Woman this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is chicks don't get it. We don't care if you look hot as Harley Quinn. If you looked hot as Harley Quinn 3 years ago before it was in, then we would talk to you. It's like, did you know who Harley Quinn is? That's awesome.
I see a lot of this training happen at the park in my neighborhood. I'll walk by. I'll just be wanting to play frisbee golf or maybe walk the dog. There's about 60 chicks in leather just beating the shit out of each other.
The biggest question all of our fans want us to answer. If we were on this island, would we have a chance with any of these chicks since there are no men around?
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the under on that.
We just want to drink and chill all day. We wouldn't want to fucking train. Fuck that.
I'd let them come to me, though, you know? That's kind of my move.
Well, and we all know one of us would slip. Okay, who would slip up first and go, why are all of you guys training? Why aren't you in the kitchen? Which one of us would slip up first?
Banner.
Seriously, like, this chicken is undercooked. I get that you've been training on horses all day, but it's a little pink in the center. I'm not going to complain. I just hope I don't get food poisoning.
Banner, there's a million women. There's no way they could all fit in one kitchen.
Do you think they all menstruate at the same time?
Yeah, they definitely have sunk up. They
definitely
definitely sunk up, dude. There's no way they haven't.
So, like, during 1 week, we would all just take a boat and go somewhere else, right?
Sorry, we got to go catch fish.
It seems like you leave at the same time every month. What? That's insane.
No, I mean, we're just out of fish. You know, when we run out of fish, that's when we got to go.
Yeah, that's when we got to go. We'll be back in a week.
Robin Wright, I love her in this movie. She's very versatile. I fell in love with her as an 8-year-old in The Princess Bride. Not the first boner I ever got. That one goes to Nicole Kidman as Dr. Chase Meridian in Batman Forever. But maybe one of the more serious boners that I got.
The whole time I watched this film, honestly, she's great. I was still wishing for Renee Russo. I mean, I know she's in Thor, but I was like, she'd be awesome as this.
Well, Nicole Kidman was in the role and dropped out.
Really?
Then her and DC made up, and now she's in Aquaman, so...
Keith Urban have a concert or something?
Yeah, that's why she couldn't do the movie.
This is like Troy, but it's all chicks, which is weird because you're like, would you rather watch Troy or an all-chicks island? I say Troy, which does that make me gay? This is what keeps me up at night.
I'm going to say no, but we're definitely going to put an asterisk on the no.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'd rather see Brad Pitt's, like, tan thighs than, like,
golden ass. Give me Brad Pitt's golden, just perfectly sculpted ass instead of an island full of chicks.
Yeah. An island full of chicks that are in really good shape, yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's something fucked up with me. I'll go to my psychiatrist tomorrow after this.
No, you won't.
I know. I gotta work.
So, do you guys like this scene? I really dug it.
Mm-hmm. I like this exposition stuff when it makes sense, you know? Plus, what mom hasn't told us this story? Like, all right, before you go to bed, 4-year-old, let me tell you a story about the god of death.
I love Greek mythology. I fucking love it, and I really think that there's not enough in it in cinematography right now. Like, we need to do the Odysseus story on film soon.
Yeah.
We need to do the Zeus Hercules story, not the Dwayne Johnson one, like an actual good one. We need to do Caesar. I love this. I love that Wonder Woman, they really brought her origin story to life. That's the one reason I really like Wonder Woman is because it ties into Greek mythology just like Thor.
By the way, how much pussy did Zeus get? Doesn't he have like 1 billion kids?
I mean, allegedly.
He was touring with the band. He had to, I mean, the lonely nights out there on the road.
Do you think anyone cried rape on Zeus?
I mean, I'm sure a few chicks, they all come forward at once, right? It's like when one admits it, then like 5 more.
Once one does, like 80 million of them do.
Like they're giving out free samples.
So
like,
basically what you're saying is Bill Cosby is Zeus?
A horse with wings step forward is like, yeah, Zeus raped me too.
We're going to use
like,
the lightning and we're going to strike it down. This stuff is shot so well, and credit to Zack Snyder, because every time you see this shit now, you're like, oh, that looks like 300. Because what he did was like looked at as the definitive like way to visually shoot mythology. I think, right? Like in 300.
Hats off to Patty Jenkins, because when she came in here, Zack Snyder had a vision, and she made it her own, but she still stayed true to the story. And once again, I say, directors, I get that you're artistic and all that shit, and good for you, pat on the head. But if you get in a universe, you have to kind of take off other movies. You can still kind of make it your own style, like Patty Jenkins did here. This is like no DC movie I've ever seen before. Yeah. But it was still tied into the ultimate story. Yes, comicbook.com, it does connect.
I know that we just made a really good point, but the beer I just drank, I found in my golf bag. No idea how long it had been there. It's not the best.
Was it cold?
It's a little old.
Well, yeah.
No, I put it in the fridge. I found it last night, so I put it in the fridge preparing for today. So it's cold. But you know, like when it's just kind of tastes a little old?
I do. Skunked almost.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about that at Themyscira. They keep the fridge stocked. They're up on their expiration dates.
Do you think Wonder Woman wakes up and she's like bedside view, #Zeus, #Tuesday.
Oh my god. The Instagram likes some of the Anazomanian chicks would get. How passive aggressive are they to each other on Instagram?
It's just like, I don't know. Cecilia was over there, and like she was supposed to come to my fucking party, and she didn't. I saw it on Instagram. It's disgusting. I'm not mad at her. We're just not friends anymore.
It has nothing to do with that.
How pissed you think if they go to a party and like everyone's dressed the same? It's like, you knew I was wearing this dress. Like, it's the only dress we have, though.
There's 1,000 million women on this planet. Someone's gonna wear the same outfit as you.
Yeah, but who wore it better?
That's the problem.
That's for social media to decide.
Was the dress black or gold? Or blue?
Why are those the only options? Guys, I'm having a lot of trouble with my subtitles.
After Labor Day.
What if a bunch of pirates like just port here and they're like, yeah, this is a island full of women. It's like, oh, that's cool. Well, they have opinions, and they're really strong, and they're really fast, and they train all the time. Okay, we'll wait for the next island. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. We're just gonna we're going to Tortuga.
Yeah, you know what? I could masturbate tonight.
We'll go more starboard, I guess. It's fine.
I could masturbate tonight.
Like, but don't we need fresh water? Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
We'll go to the next one. Don't worry.
Banner, what's your timestamp?
What's happening on screen right now? Better question.
They're
not really
fighting.
Oh, okay.
The queen just came up, and that one chick is training her.
And she was training, and now they're fighting.
Hippolyta?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. It only really got into the microphone. It's funny, like, so Chris Pine shows up, obviously, like, throws a wrench in things. What if a really ugly dude showed up?
Well, they don't know what ugly is, because they've never seen a man.
Yeah, but you kind of know, you know? You kind of know. Like, the first chick you saw, you knew if you were like, oh, yeah, or if you were like... Oh,
guys, let's be honest. They've never seen a man before?
What?
Who?
Gal. Is she on screen? Did she turn older?
No. They're still arguing.
Oh fuck!
I'll let you know when she shows up. Guys, let's be honest. We don't want to be the first dude on this island because they've never seen a dick before.
But
I don't want to be that dick.
Well, actually, that might be better for us because if they've seen other dicks, then they'll know that mine's small. If I'm the first one there, there's no reference point, no context.
Banner, I think this island's kind of where you need to be. Like if me and
Jeff just showed up.
If me and Jeff set sail on this island and you're just over there and you're like their king, it's like, I mean, it's not a bad gig. I mean, I got 80,000 chicks here. They're all pretty hot and in shape, and they just kind of bang me all the time because I'm the only guy that can reproduce. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm still kind of searching on Indeed, but
it's boring, but it's my life.
He's like searching. He's like, don't let them know that like if they check the printer, my resume is probably in there, but.
Like that's a joke.
On there, it clearly states on the application like, can we contact them? And it's like, no, do not contact them. They don't know that I'm looking.
Yeah.
If you're an Amazonian applying for a job and it's like, what's your ethnicity? Do you think they get like the minority benefits? Like, is Amazonian?
They'd probably definitely get a scholarship in college.
Dude, I bet their soccer team would be really, really good. Really fucking physical, though.
I don't know why there was so much pushback as Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman whenever it first came out. I didn't really have a problem with it, but a lot of people hated it. But she's great. She's awesome.
She surprised a lot of us, to be honest.
I think the thing is like, she's pretty, but not like that supermodel. I don't know. I don't want to say that because she is supermodel pretty, but she can do she's very athletic.
Yeah.
And she's sold.
She's got to be like 6'5", doesn't she? She looks tall as hell.
She would beat the shit out of me. That's for damn sure. And I would be totally fine with it. Hey, whatever you got to do, gal, babe. Then she'd say, "Don't call me babe." And
Jeff, you could have been an awesome HR director on this island.
But like, ladies, we have a separate recycling receptacle from trash for a reason.
He's like, gal, I know you put your forearms together, but you can't do that. I mean, come on. We're all supposed to be...
Not
listen,
in office space.
I don't want to be this guy. This is what corporate tells me to do, you know? But come on.
Also, and again, I hate to be this, but we have noticed, in terms of the IP addresses we're going to, a lot of them not work-related. Okay?
You think a Margaritaville is on the island? Jimmy Buffett restaurant bar?
I feel like Margaritaville comes up in every one of our movie commentaries at some point, in some way.
It has to. It's the
Hook
greatest
became
restaurant
about
bar.
Margaritaville. By the way, go check out our Hook movie commentary. The first third, we just talked about Margaritaville.
Well, Buffett was in that movie, so that doesn't count.
All right, I guess that's a good point.
Pretty sure he's in our Pirates 5 movie review.
Buffett?
Margaritaville is.
If you were a pilot in World War I or II, whatever this is, and you sink on a island that the fucking ocean's blue, it looks awesome, and it's full of fucking hot-ass chicks, don't you think you're in heaven? You're just like, dude, I died. This is heaven. I'm just going to...
100% you died.
Yeah, and I bet there are people out there on the internet, because the internet's so fucking great, that have legitimate theories that Steve Trevor's dead.
That he isn't dead?
That he is. Like, when the movie starts.
Oh.
If I was Steve Trevor and, like, God came to me right now, I was like, hey, I know what you're thinking, this isn't heaven. He's like, you know what, I'm going to call your bluff and just say that it is. Like, just kill me right now. I'll just chill here.
He's
I'm
like,
cool.
Yeah, he's like, God, this is fine.
It's like, who wants to be a millionaire? It's like, no, I'm not going to answer another question. I'm just going to take my $1,000 and go home.
They're like, but you have all your lifelines left. I understand that, Regis, and you need to let me do me here, okay?
I'm good.
I would definitely think I was in heaven if I got saved by Gal Gadot right here.
Chris Pine, awesome in this movie. Underutilized, though. Not in this movie, but come on, dude. You signed Chris Pine, and you're not going to make him like Green Lantern or something? Come on.
Don't worry, Geiger. He's supposedly back in the sequel.
Makes no sense.
Agreed.
I mean, I could see how they'd bring him back.
Banner.
Dude,
Why do you always do this? Why do you always do this?
Makes sense. If you think about it.
Makes sense. The whole emotion of him, you know, what happens
Look,
to him.
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying I could buy it. I could get behind it.
You're the reason they do this stuff, because there's guys like you that will give anything a chance.
I have no problem seeing Chris Pine in movies. I love Chris Pine, but, like, come on. There's the Nazis. Or as Trump calls them, the Nazis. It's beautiful, dude. Come on.
I like, and again, this is a better movie than Captain America: The First Avenger, but I like how they made it World War I centric, because it's
exactly like it, though.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's the Third Reich. At least there weren't the Nazis yet, because if you made this Captain or World War II, they would basically be like, I know that they did it better, but Cap did it first, so they don't even have to worry about that debate that people came at him with.
She's about to fuck him right here, right?
Do you think she would even know what to do? Like, where does it go?
I feel like that's like...
They have YouTube on the island, right?
Does
Or
YouTube
like
have porn?
If it does,
they have internet. They have porn.
Yeah, but would they even know what to search? Like, what would she type in on a porn site? She wouldn't even know.
it'd probably be some girl-on-girl action, right?
Well,
That's probably what she's searching. She doesn't know any better.
That's all she thinks exists. I mean, that's it.
If you get her a...
Whoa, what was that?
Whoa.
Sorry, my wife's cleaning. I mean, you can't hate her for that. She's doing her job.
She's a keeper. I would like to... do you think they have Airbnbs on Themyscira? This place is gorgeous.
There's definitely probably a hotel on the island and a spa.
I'd love to read the reviews. Ugh.
Yeah, they definitely have a sandals there.
Yeah, the Nazis just complain a lot. It's like, hey, I know you sent a hooker to my room, but she doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. I don't want to be that guy, but
They're
I
like,
can't.
we are so sorry.
Yeah. And I didn't ask her, but I think she's Jewish. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Guys, this fight scene right here, I know we got a lot of it in the trailer.
This scene was fucking incredible.
Is this the best fight scene in the movie?
If you go check out our Wonder Woman trailer, and it's insane that we drink so much we can't remember our own best scene, but one of us picked this. I know we did.
Well,
I might have.
We had to have a conversation before, like, who wants it?
No, one of us picked. I think I picked the actual whenever she's in the bunker, but this one's a really good one too.
The No Man's Land scene?
Yeah.
I think we let our boy Preston at Geek Motivation take that one.
I love how they jump up and just spear someone. Because honestly, if we would do this, if we had availability to this, we'd do it tonight. But if we did this in 8th grade, how many of us would do this on a trampoline? Whenever you just jump up and throw fucking knives at someone.
The Wayback Boys need to do like a YouTube channel video of this.
Can we spend like our first money on YouTube on a trampoline? I think that's money well spent.
Agreed.
I didn't realize that was up for debate. I just thought that was already.
Yeah, we just buy a trampoline.
It just put it in our conference room. We're just gonna have a trampoline instead of like a conference table. It's just a fucking trampoline.
Do you guys think there's like one random overweight ugly chick on Themyscira who's like, ugh, look at all these bitches?
No, they definitely weed out the bit.
And so like when they're fighting and like killing everyone, she's like, oh, I know, there was a fight today.
And then she like kills one person. Like, great job, Christina. Like they're like buffing her up a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta keep Christina happy because the herd is only as fast as the slowest member.
I'm not political at all, but I'm just saying if Hillary Clinton would have used this to open her campaign, she probably would have won.
This didn't come out in enough time to save her.
Women power, dude. Because honestly, if they had access to email, they probably would send it to other people on this island.
On a slightly
This right
serious
here where
note,
she jumps off the shield and shoots the 3 arrows.
Slightly serious. Do you guys think it was important that Patty Jenkins, a woman director, did this movie, or do you think, regardless, it would have been as big a deal for women whether a guy did it or not?
I think you have to have somebody talented to do it.
Dude, I'm just the same way. Honestly, I don't care if you're black, a woman, or whatever. She's the best. She was the best person for the job, and it doesn't matter that she's a woman. Like,
Yep.
She did the best job of Wonder Woman that can ever be done. Now, if a man would have done it, he would have done worse. But if it was flipped and Patty Jenkins was a man, the person who did it was the best person for the job for sure.
Yeah.
I think a good kind of parallel to this is if you look at Get Out, and Jordan Peele did Get Out. I think he was the best person to do that movie. And I know he like wrote it and did a bunch of other stuff on it too, but the right person has to be at the helm for these kind of movies to be successful, any kind of movie to be successful.
And I think I'm going to retract what I just said because yes, a woman should do this because it's a woman superhero. So who else would feel as deeply about this as a woman like Patty Jenkins? So yeah, I don't think a man could have done it as good. Actually, now that I think about it.
Because Joss Whedon had originally written a Wonder Woman script.
Oh my god!
In the early 2000s, when he was still doing Buffy, that was shopped around for a while.
Thank God we didn't get that.
But it would have tied into Justice League perfectly.
Steve Trevor's like, I'm surrounded by chicks that are hot but also want to kill me. I mean, it's better than where I came from.
I can think of worse ways to go out.
And Steve Trevor's like, and why am I more turned on by them
Nazis
wanting to
who
kill
are
me?
Fucking douchebags with small penises or hot chicks? I mean, come on.
That's a no. That's what we call in the business a no-brainer.
Yep.
If I woke up to Gal Gadot on the beach, yeah, I would be like, I'm dead because this isn't.
She'd be like, "Is this?" He's gonna say, "Is this heaven?" She's like, "No, it's Iowa." It's like, "No, it's not, because no hot chicks like you live in Iowa, so that's not true."
Man, I'm telling you, there's probably only maybe one 4-star resort, one 5. Do you think there's like a shitty diner on Themyscira, or is it all just like upscale dining?
There's
stuff?
definitely
There's a Margaritaville. I'm guaranteed there's kind of a shitty dive bar there that you can
Like
get
one,
$1 Miller Lights on Thursdays.
More importantly, is there a strip club?
Of who? I guess, yeah. Banner, real
Or
quick, can you
women
give me
serving
one
for
more?
women?
Banner,
Makes
can you
no
give me
sense.
one more timestamp? I think I'm close now.
Yeah. I've got 24, 24.
There's definitely a Sally Beauty, because chicks love Sally Beauty.
Oh, 100% there's a Sally Beauty.
And like a TJ Maxx. Those two are definitely on the island.
I feel like there's going to be a TGI Fridays. I don't have any reasoning behind it, but I feel like that's something that they would have. Like all-you-can-eat apps?
You don't have to sell us on TGI Fridays. It's the Themyscirans you have to.
So you're saying they just ride horses all day and train and then go eat like $5 mozzarella sticks as appetizers? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, all right.
Look, you either buy it or you don't.
I don't.
I loved this chick with the fucked up face. I thought she was, she's not the main villain, but I thought she really added to the movie for sure.
In a weird way, I'm attracted to her, too.
Well, that's just because you have
Hold on.
issues.
She kind of looks like
Because,
Katie Holmes, except she's not caged up by Tom Cruise, so it's hard to
Yeah,
recognize her.
she's not in a cage.
So
I can
her
see
face
Tom
is fucked
Cruise.
up because she tested stuff on herself, right?
Well, yeah. Isn't she called like the dentist or something in this? She's called a really cool fucking
I
name.
tell you what, I've been to actual dentists way more scarier than them. That's basically us. Like if you take a shit in the bathroom and like people don't need to go in there, that's kind of the reaction.
Yeah, it's like, I think he did it. I'm like, no, I didn't shit in the bathroom. It's not me. He smells like ass. Yeah, throw a can at him, that'll help.
So would they be speaking German and not English?
Are they?
Continuity here.
Did she just get her wisdom teeth taken out? Is that why she's like got that mask over her face?
Probably. Is he like running out right now, Chris Pine?
He just now. He's flying now.
Okay. So like he just got in the plane, he's taken off.
He's coming back around. He's like shooting at them.
Got it.
He almost shot Stryker, but he missed.
Oh my
God damn it!
We just leave it alone.
I
just
knew he
once.
was in a Fox movie. I couldn't figure it out. And honestly, if you don't know, the safe bet is just say he's Stryker.
Okay, so Steve Trevor, this is every man's worst nightmare. He just got done with a full work day, and it's a bunch of women asking him questions. He's like, I just want to sit here, drink a beer, and watch Netflix, and you guys are asking me a ton of questions.
I beg to differ. You're tied up, and women are going to do what they want with you.
I don't think they're going to have sex with you.
Doesn't
they're just
sound
asking
that
you
bad.
questions. Because they're tired after they ask you questions. Like, I'm kind of tired.
He's like, God, why can't we just have a nice meal?
I'll grill up some steaks, saute some spinach. Open a bottle of Pinot.
They're red. They're red wine drinkers.
So none of these chicks have ever had sex on the island. Now,
That's
let me ask you guys. Does that turn you on more than if you went to an island where every chick has sex every day? So it's a virgin versus slut scenario.
Can I say yes?
To which one?
Exactly.
Jeff, what do you think? That's fucking hilarious, Banner.
I missed the question because I'm trying to get my shit figured out over here.
Just like whichever one to put out, I really don't care.
Yes, that's my answer.
That was one of my better moments.
That's probably the best thing you've ever said on the spot. And, I mean, you've said some really stupid shit, but you said some good stuff, too.
I'm just gonna blame Aries for everything that
I don't know.
goes.
How'd she get a fur coat? Because that's like a, I'm sorry, I know I fucked the housekeeper, but it won't happen again gift.
That's a really good question.
No, that's a...
Maybe at one point she was married to Matt
First time
Barnes.
was 2 dozen roses. So why is Gal Gadot... Why doesn't she have, like, the full getup that everybody else has?
She's in training. And sex sells. I don't know. Chris Pine got in shape for this.
Yeah, I think he's just perpetually.
Yeah, he's usually always in shape.
I would fucking hang out in that hot tub. I'd be all about that.
He fucked Olivia Munn, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you read like the text?
Yeah, awesome, dude.
They're
good for him.
Yeah,
he's
great.
Way better looking than Aaron Rodgers. He's a bitch.
They recently broke up though.
Yeah, I think she's nuts.
Oh, she's definitely batshit crazy.
Yeah, have you seen how hot she is? Of course she's nuts.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Good for her. She should be. She's down with Star Wars though, so.
Above average.
Okay, if you were around a chick that's never seen a dick, would you hide it? Because she doesn't even know what the fuck it is.
No, man. I mean, you gotta just
Guys,
throw her into the
honest,
fire.
Do I ever hide my dick anyway?
Yeah, Banner will come out of the shower and just be like, "Hey, so we're doing this bro back." I'm like, "Dude, your dick's in my face. Can you like maybe put a towel over it?" But yeah, we're alive in like 10 minutes.
I've done my fair share of beer bongs naked.
I was there.
Once again, if you crash your thing, World War I sucked. Like, we're during a depression. If you crashed it in a beautiful island full of beautiful women, would you even care where you were?
No, this is way better than fucking Earth in the 1930s.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Give a shit. Really
Let's think about this logically, which I know that's coming from me, that's not saying a lot. But you crash land on this island, you're going to go on a suicide mission that has a 2% chance of saving the world. If you fail, you die. Or you stay here and you die anyway, but like you get to live here for what, 10, 15 days? Living the dream? I'm not leaving.
So this is what everyone in Iraq thinks happens when they do a suicide mission into like one of our buildings in New York. They think that they're just going to fucking go to an island like this, which is fucking stupid. But if it actually happened, I mean, don't ask where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, this is like it's basically a Hail Mary, but that's all they got. You know, I gotta say, the thing about this set, it kind of feels like the grotto at the Playboy Mansion. So I
was actually just thinking that.
No, you weren't. That's my original thought. Fuck you.
I do like Chris Pine and Gal Gadot's connection through this whole movie, though. It fucking works. It's really funny because she plays like I've never seen a man before, and Chris Pine's like, "Hey, listen, I'm better than average" type thing. We'll see that scene in a second, but I laughed a couple times in the theater. So
wait, didn't he just say that though?
Awesome. So all the Marvel fans felt like they were included in the movie.
Is he not in the hot tub area right now talking to her? Am I like way off on my?
No, he's still in the hot tub. He just put his shirt on.
Yeah.
His father told him some shit. Yeah.
So he already made the "I'm above average" comment. So I was confused.
Yeah. he's getting close to when they're. I think Geiger, what you're thinking of is when they get on the boat and he's talking
when
about.
The boat is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
That's coming up here in a minute.
Yeah, I got some good thoughts on
Tell
that
me
scene.
when they're off that scene.
They're off of that. She's about to
Just ended.
jump over the Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon. Yeah, Themyscira.
It is the Grand Canyon of their island. Come on, they don't even know what that is.
The equivalent, that's true.
It's the Grand Canyon of Themyscira.
Banner, I think now that you pronounced Themyscira right
Do you
once,
think they stayed up talking all night, Banner? And Wonder Woman's like, "No, you hang up." And CTR's like, "No, you first."
you hang up first, and they have like two tin cans on a string
And
together.
then they're just silent for a while. He's like, "I know you're still there." He's
Oh,
like,
there's a yak on Themyscira. Drink. Like what? Why is that the drinking game? That makes no fucking sense.
I mean, I'm gonna drink though.
All right, I'm gonna pee and get another drink. Now that I got my shit lined up, I'm ready to fucking go.
Finally, he's gone. Right?
I can still hear you.
So Geiger? So guys, we're gonna start this new pod.
It's just gonna be me and Banner and Jeff's not
Much
gonna be
respect to the
Guys, my
to
kitchen is
BFS.
right by my fucking computer.
We've heard your comments and we've read them loud and clear. We need to get rid of them. We get you.
We understand.
I'm still here.
We're just searching for a good place to lease out.
Yeah.
It's a buyer's market.
So she's like kind of committing treason right now, right? By stealing this shit.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's fine.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all done shit we weren't supposed to. I mean, she's like a teenager, kind of. I think she's like 24, but...
Yeah, but in Themysciran years, that is a teenager. It's like dog years.
I still say that our children will think the DCEU is just as good as Marvel, because they're going to watch them not in the order they came out in theaters, but the order it should be watched. They're going to watch Wonder Woman before BVS, and it's going to make it way better.
I'll agree with that. I also think that our children will think they will enjoy the Star Wars saga much better, starting with the prequels. Which my kids aren't going to be exposed to the prequels until they're adults, just because I'm going to be a good parent.
You're going to be a good parent. You're not going to expose them to that fucking trash.
But if they watch them in sequence, they progressively get better till they hit a point, and then they peak and then go down.
I'm starting my kid off with the original Star Wars. That's
You have to. We're also going to do it Broforce Squad style, where we just get hammered and do them all in one day. So probably when they're 12.
And if my kid says that he doesn't like the original Star Wars, I'm just going to jump and name. Nothing? Okay. All right. Go on the next joke.
Nothing. Just keep on going.
I heard a cricket say that's not funny, so I'll just go on the next one.
Don't you hate when her mom catches you? Instant boner gone.
Or double boner, because you're like, hey, I can get
wait
behind
a second. What if both of you are like, that's not going to... Okay,
He's
well...
like, crazy idea, but fucking hear me out here.
Let's not leave anything off the table here.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not rule anything out. We're in a maze. How do we get the cheese?
She's got to learn from somebody. What better than her mother?
She's like,
honestly, though, we've all been in high school before. What parent hasn't caught you sneaking out and you see your dad on a fucking horse just saying, go back in your room?
What parent hasn't caught you getting on a boat trying to end World War I? Am I right?
Yeah. That's happened to all of us. That's just, it's high school.
That's growing up. As Blink-182 would say, well, I guess this is growing up. Ending World War I.
So... her mom has never had the D, so do you think that she's smart enough to say he only wants you for one reason?
I think
you should know what that one reason
let's
is.
be honest.
She hasn't had any D. She only had the D, and that's Zeus's D.
Dude,
which we all know is electrifying.
I think the mom is fucking jealous. Hippolyta's mad that someone else is now the prize stallion getting a little bit of attention, and she's not handling it too well.
Guys, I'm starting to get in my groove now. I'm feeling pretty good.
Me too. I got my subtitles lined up. It's true though. We do not deserve her. Like she would show up in fucking war torn Europe, and we'd be like, "Holy shit! Why is there a Victoria's Secret model here? I was just about to kill those Germans."
Well, I love that whoever is married to Wonder Woman, they'll still find something wrong with her. It's like, I don't know, she snores when she sleeps. That's kind of annoying, but
her chicken parm is not very good.
Yeah,
that's a big one for me.
She just needs to cook the Hawaiian pizza just a little bit fucking more. But yeah, other than that,
like it's definitely cooked all the way through, but like I like it a little crispy, but not too crispy.
Once again, as a Bro Force Squad staple, if you show me a guy that gives his girl a bunch of gifts, we'll show you a guy that has not got laid yet.
Yeah. He's like, so, I mean, this boat, it's not a big deal. I own it, but it's whatever. Paid in full, by the way.
Hashtag debt free.
This shit works, though. Like, her relationship with her mom, really well done. And, that character is in Justice League as well. I'm pretty sure the Amazonians have a mother box.
Speaking of guys who's not going to get laid soon, my wife is right beside me staring daggers at me right now.
What'd you do? What'd you do wrong?
Yeah, I don't understand the problem. What'd you do?
I talked.
Yeah, I don't believe that. You sound like you sound like fucking Meta World Peace. I didn't even touch him. You actually ran in the stands and punched a fan, so maybe you did.
Wait, I thought you were talking about Ron Artest.
Sorry, totally different guy.
Yeah. Steve Trevor's a really stand-up dude, though. Imagine her on a boat with the Baylor football team from 2 years ago. There's no way.
It's a great
She'd be
analogy.
dead.
Also, this day and age,
shark jump right now.
Art Briles would be like, honestly, it's not the kid's fault, though. Come on.
When's he gonna offer her a limerita or like a wine cooler or something? Be a fucking gentleman here.
Look, at this point, he's probably like, so like you just want to turn on some Netflix and like chill or something?
And then he turns to the camera.
Ask her about her past first to really get inside, and then he's gonna drink and then say, "Wow, he's such a dick. I would have treated you a lot better."
He's like, God, yeah, my ex-boyfriend, his name was Chever. He's like, what? That is not even a fucking name. Go on.
Chever?
Yeah, it was like Chad and Trevor, but it was a hybrid of the two. Anyway, he was a motocross semi-professional. What?
This is a true Bro Force Squad story. Me and Jeff actually met a waitress named Heather, and she had to explain to us her name. We got it. We got what her name is. It's like Heather with a K, but it's the stupidest name ever.
Some people just have like a speech that they're used to giving, and even if it doesn't make sense, it's like a reflex. They like need to say it.
It's like muscle memory.
Yeah, basically. So we were like, yeah, no, we understand like letters. She's like, okay, so it's like with a K. We're like, yeah, I don't know how many different ways I can tell you that.
Okay, this is why I love this scene, guys, because who hasn't been there, and all of our viewers comment below, but it's a sleepover or whatever. You're with a girl, and she's like, I'm not going to put out tonight. And you're sleeping together, but you know about 3 a.m. you wake up, and you kind of just bump it. Just a little. Just kind of like, hey, I'm here. You know, do we want to do this or not? And this is what Steve Trevor's about to do. It's like, hey, are you awake? Because a part of me is, and we need to kind of put this away.
Yeah, it's like somebody's been up for the past 30 minutes.
Guys, I have a story that I could tell you about Mrs. Banner, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be alive tomorrow if I told it. So just know there's a good story.
You know she doesn't listen to us at all.
The thing I want to know, this was a serious question I had in theaters. So Steve Trevor, maybe he has a small dick. Like, I like to think that that's the only way that God made Chris Pine the way he looks, because he also gave him a 1-inch penis. Probably not accurate. But if he were to have sex with a woman in, like, 1924, without being married, would he basically be hung at the fucking, like, town square? Or at this point, would anyone be like, oh, is that the chick you fucked? Well, yeah, then the rules or whatever your religion are just go out the window.
A lot of things have changed in the world, but guys haven't. I guarantee you, even in 1920, even if he's fighting against the Nazis, like Adolf Hitler Jr. would give him the biggest fucking high five and buy him a shot at the bars. Like, dude,
also, this is who you. This is the one you fucked.
Does she have a sister?
Where is she? Is she still in the house? That was Adolf Hitler saying the line from Wedding Crashers. You motorboating son of a bitch! Stop projecting. You are projecting on me.
She's still in the house.
And this is where he's basically like, all right, are we going to
Yeah,
fuck or
because
not?
girls just had sex with somebody. Those have sex with the whole house. That's fucking awesome, Jeff. Good job. Oh, we're having fun tonight, aren't we?
There's an honest question here, though. And guys, we're not, though at home, we're not making fun of the
love
movie.
This movie. We're just trying to keep you entertained, so subscribe to us.
Yeah, this is a fucking great movie. And this is the dialogue scenes are when we can act like dumbasses. But I honestly think the more crazy she starts talking about Ares and the god of war and Zeus, Steve Trevor's like, I'm literally dead. There's no fucking way that I'm alive and any of this is happening.
He's got to be thinking, he's like, look, she's this batshit crazy. I'm definitely getting it in.
He's like, I need to fuck the crazy out of her.
Because who hasn't been there where a chick talks about totally crazy shit? You're like, yeah, totally. That's I thought about that too. Just agree with everything.
She's like, I have a few conspiracy theories I want to run by. I was like, God, we better be, fucking after this because it's a lot to listen to.
At least an outside the jeans hand job for listening to
wow, trench coat season.
In case you guys were confused about where we're going, we're actually in Canada right now. We're heading into the Weapon X facility.
Yeah. Trench coat season came a little early this year, Banner. By the way, guaranteed this is a fucking middle school in New Brunswick, New Jersey that they just repurposed. That's what I do when I walk in the morning and my boss is like, yeah, actually, we need you to get some fucking emails out. I just turn around and just do that.
This is very similar to what the lab looks like, guys. In case you guys at home were wondering. Except it's my own still making homemade gin and not, like, weapons of mass destruction.
Good for you. Katie Holmes, scientist, I would make out with her with that mask on. It'd be a little weird with the plastic, but her brains and what I'm working, like the 60% of her face that I can see is good enough.
I'll give you that, but she has to keep the goggles on.
Well, are we role playing?
Well, duh.
All right. So she made the gas, right? And basically, Germany's like, oh, that is like too fucked up. And the Fuhrer's like,
if you've ever tried cocaine once, this is basically what happens. I'm not even kidding. I tried it once in college, and I could run through a fucking wall. If this was a middle school, though, Jeff, where's the kid that his dad didn't pay quite enough attention to him in a trench coat ready to shoot up the place?
It's summer, so probably in jail. I love the scientist.
So I just need to get this. So he's on cocaine, but like a gas cocaine.
What don't you get about this?
Banner, if you gave that chick breast implants and a tight skirt, she might be a 7.
We were just talking about this while you were pink. I could get behind it. We could get behind it, but she's got to leave the glasses on for me.
Okay. So you like the librarian type. That's fine.
But those aren't glasses, man. Those were goggles.
I love this part.
We all know scientists. I'm a scientist. We understand.
This was kind of like when I showed my wife my hometown. She's like, I was like, it's kind of a shithole. It's whatever. It's fine.
Look how far CGI has come. They're not in fucking London. They're in Pinewood Studios, probably.
Do you think this was actually shot in London?
0%
We should have probably looked that up before we got on here.
None of it was.
Okay.
Look, if people are coming to our commentaries for actual, real, like, facts about the movie, then they are sadly mistaken. Everybody knows we don't fact check ourselves. We think it's something and we're like, it's close enough.
At this point in the world, and I'm not even joking, I think dogs had more rights than women. But again, and this is an advantage dogs don't have, if you're hot, ...
Well, I mean, even dogs, some people like that stuff.
The nice thing, he's walking through.
My wife asking me questions when I'm just trying to go to the bar and get a drink.
He's walking through town with her, and even though they didn't, everybody's like, "Oh, you totally fucked her last night." He's like, "Guys, they're not objects." My God.
And when he's not when he's denying it, that's when you know they didn't fuck.
That's the first thing I would say when I got off the boat. We had sex! And then I'd start dancing into the town square.
So she knows what a baby is.
Every time she walks through a bar, some chick's like, who's that fucking slut? Just because she's, like, hotter than her.
She's like, what do these women wear into battle? Like, well, they usually comment just on each other's Instagrams.
I love this lady in this movie. I kind of want more of her, actually.
Apparently she had a lot of scenes cut out.
So here's something
hilarious.
This is something that I'm going to bring to light, and Guy, you're probably going to eat me alive for it. So as soon as I say it, I'm going to go pee, so I don't have to listen to you. But one thing that Wonder Woman had...
I'll text you my response.
Fair enough. One thing that Wonder Woman had that Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad didn't have was some humor. A little bit of comic relief.
Suicide Squad tried, but it was Will Smith.
No,
I'm not pissing at you. I'm pissing at my wife right now agreeing with you. She's
but
like, exactly.
Do you think that's why critics like this movie better than
absolutely, because critics want a movie experience. I go into every movie, and trailers are really dictating this. Just like Kingsman. I knew what I was getting into. It was going to be graphic, it's going to be fucked up, but it's actually going to be funny. Now, BVS did not give you any hint at all at humor. You shouldn't go in there trying to look for jokes. Even though there was plenty of jokes, I thought the Save Martha scene where he's like, I get at the cave, I thought Alfred was kind of funny in a dark way. But yeah, they gave you this movie, honestly, is very Marvel. It is very fucking Marvel, for sure. Suicide Squad, I'm not even going to talk about.
Suicide Squad's just a bad movie.
Worst movies I've ever seen.
But Geiger, that's a good point.
Man of Steel, I like that it was kind of darker because I like that it was more kind of Batman Begins-ish because we got some of the Nolan brothers behind the scenes on it. But yeah, you know me, I don't mind the jokes. I just hate when they're misplaced. See Civil War airport scene. I didn't need jokes there. But I love jokes. I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming has jokes. Ant-Man has jokes. There's a lot of places where jokes are fine, but whenever there's crazy-ass fight scenes, I don't want someone saying, oh my god, here comes this, and everyone in the movie laughing.
I just think you have to go into a movie, no matter who you are, and know what the movie is and what it's trying to do. Like, I'm not going to walk into Saw on Halloween and be like, oh, that wasn't funny. Like, no, it's
whatever she's wearing right now with this hat and this glasses, it's working.
This is too much.
Put these glasses on, and also here's a push-up bra, and only do 2 buttons. What?
Unreal, dude.
Got like
she could win the war just by walking across the battlefield. The cat calls from the Germans.
She basically did.
Can we say, like, I mean, we're probably not a woman-friendly podcast by any means, but
we're not anti-woman though.
But we love women.
I digress. However,
the women in our lives are 10 times smarter than us. I'll say that.
Actually, and Wonder Woman is the #1 woman superhero. Period. Period. I don't want to hear.
Not even a debate.
Not even a debate.
And they killed it on this. This was a woman-led film from the beginning. Gal Gadot. We got Patty directing. It was fantastically done, and I've said this, if you go back to a lot of our episodes, sorry I'm drunk, I don't remember which number, just listen to all of them, because we
don't be sorry that you're drunk.
But
listen to all 32.
We have said that we need women superheroes, we need women going to see these movies more than often, and this movie killed it on a lot of different aspects. This movie is perfect.
What's interesting to me as well is I read a statistic, couldn't tell you where it's from.
Say that word again.
No idea if it's true. But I'm gonna.
There's not a T in the beginning, if that's what you're asking. Continue, Banner.
I want to say statistic again, because we're drunk. It's really hard to say.
Statistic.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you focus too hard. That's not fair.
Damn it. Okay, go ahead.
Themyscira.
Banner, continue.
So I read a statistic that actually said that it was like 60% of comic book readers are female.
That's not true at all. There's no way.
I mean,
go to a comic book store and look at the demographics there. It's
might be true. Actually,
the majority are women.
Women read more than men.
Yeah, comic books. All men read are comic books.
Dude, I love comic books. I can tell. I last time I actually read a comic book is probably like 6 months ago. As a kid, yeah, but women read more than men.
Geiger,
now,
you walked into Midtown Comics with me. There was probably 100 people there that day. 7, 8
Okay,
women.
Jeff, you're right. Go ahead, Banner. Sorry.
You're just gonna shut down? That's what you're gonna do?
Well,
Right.
look, I told you I read it somewhere.
I want Banner to continue his thought.
That's
No,
the thought.
I told you I don't know.
He
if
said
it's
the
true.
thought.
I don't know
What do you
where
want
I
from
read
him?
it. I was just merely asking your guys' opinion.
Apparently,
I've
Geiger
met a
wants
lot
some
of women
additional
with
thought.
Avengers tattoos that are really into comics. I'll just say that.
You
And
what?
Actually, I think that what's happening lately with, you got Captain Marvel, that Marvel's like, oh, we got to copy DC on everything, but we got Wonder Woman, we got Harley Quinn, we got Gotham City Sirens. It's going to bring a lot of women into comics, which is a good thing. That's a great thing. Because there's a lot of women comic book here. Dude, DC has mostly villains besides Wonder Woman. They have a ton of great villains that they need to bring in. Poison Ivy, Catwoman. They need to bring a ton of them in. Batgirl.
We got a Megan
Oregon.
Fox, Mexican chick. We're good, bro.
Yeah, we're fine. That's great casting. Good job. Megan Fox is really high level for sure.
Guys, this scene was really funny. I forgot.
This scene was great.
Yeah.
And see, here's where, and again, this movie is better, and I'm saying that as a Marvel fan. This is way better than Captain America. But the Nazis taking cyanide pills, come on, man. That's like a straight ripoff.
Dude, yeah, I agree with you there. But I love how every movie does Nazi drug shit. Because if you ever played Wolfenstein, which all of us have,
God damn it. It's a matter of time.
Dude,
I love how you love Wolfenstein.
I fucking love Wolfenstein. Jesus Christ. Banner's thing right now, well, it was frozen and his face looked like someone from Wolfenstein.
Banner has to pee so bad, it's like not
I
unreal.
have to be so fucking bad.
Go pee, we got this. By the way, spoilers real quick.
Oh, you were about to ask me a question. You were about to ask me a question.
I'm not asking you anything.
All right, fuck you then.
2 things real quick, Geiger, then I'll toss to you with Wolfenstein.
Banner, do you think?
Number 1, mustaches, as we're seeing in this Parliament room in the 1920s, absurd. Glad those fucking went away. Number 2, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. The guy playing Ares, love him in this movie. Back to you.
Hate him.
You hated him?
Yeah.
What was wrong with his performance?
He's fucking old.
What was wrong with his performance?
He's old.
That's not his performance.
Okay, cool. So let's have Batman be played by fucking Josh Gott, some fat bitch. Then.
So we're going to compare Ares, who's 14,000 years old, to Josh Gad playing Batman.
Yeah, because, okay, have Zeus in the fucking movie and have him be fucking Kevin James. That makes no sense. He should be a figure that you're scared of. The dude has fucking bald spots. He should be muscular. He should be in shape.
How would Ares be young?
Ares is the worst part of this movie. I'll say that right now. He's the worst part of this movie. I'm not saying he has to be young. I'm saying, Hugh Jackman.
Your only complaint was that he was too old.
Shape.
I asked you 3 times, what do you like about his performance? You said he's old, and now you're saying you don't mind that he's not young.
Because it's character acting. I mean, you have to look like the character or have a description of the character.
So you do mind that he's not young?
Okay, so put Leonardo DiCaprio in there. Yeah, he do the character great, but he's not in shape. He doesn't look threatening at all. I wasn't threatened at all by him. And he's supposed to be like the god of war. Makes no sense. You should have, and I hate to take away from, damn it, I can't think of it right now, but Henry Cavill's, one of his first roles. But Mickey Rourke should have been in
Immortals?
He's old. Immortals, yes, thank you. Mickey Rourke is a perfect character for this role.
Dude, real quick,
that guy is not.
sidebar, Geiger. What happened to Mickey Rourke? Is he blackballed in Hollywood?
Everyone has wasted Mickey Rourke. Everyone.
But I haven't seen Mickey Rourke in like 5 years. Did he fucking piss somebody off?
No, he's just doing coke, banging strippers.
All right, fair enough.
Can't be
he's
mad at
lifting
that.
weights because he is obsessed with bodybuilding.
We haven't got to talk about the movie much, but this scene is kind of cool where, like, Trevor has to sort of play like all right, Diana doesn't really understand Earth, so let me try and fucking translate.
This is the greatest scene in this movie. Whenever whenever she tells off everyone's like, dude, you guys just make decisions. You're not warriors. You're bitches, basically. This is the greatest scene.
She's so
in
right.
This whole movie.
You're bitches with stupid
She
fucking
is.
mustaches. This is like your teacher when she's like, and you cannot drop a quiz in this class. You're like, well, that's absurd.
So the guy making decisions about making butter has never made butter. It's basically what she's
But
saying.
he's old and white, so it's fine.
He's old and white. He knows what he's doing.
Guys, at the end of the day, he can vote and she can't.
Okay. Wow. Let's close that door. Jesus.
But Banner, if we're talking like Third Reich Germany, can anyone vote?
If you
Well,
vote
they're
for
in
the right
England
person,
right
yeah.
now, right? I thought they were in London.
They are, but I'm saying like if the war goes the way that it's looking like it's gonna go, no one will get to fucking vote.
Guys, I don't know if you can see me, but the wheels are turning in my head. I don't even know what we're talking about.
So I was drunker and shit during this scene. I remember turning to my wife, was like, this is the problem with the world today. We got a bunch of fat, old, bald, out-of-shape people making decisions when we should have fucking warriors and shit making
Hell
decisions.
yeah. Give me Jason
we got
Momoa
fucking
in this
Colonel Mustard
war
in there.
room right now.
But did he do it in the dining room with the candlestick?
With the candlestick.
That's the question.
Yo, I want to fucking play Clue bad. Banner, can we
Dude,
play
should
Clue when
just
we
have
come
a
up?
podcast where we all three play Clue? Do you think anyone would ever listen to that?
No.
'Cause that'd be fucking awesome. We're just drunkard shit playing Clue.
Her saying you should be ashamed is the World War I equivalent of when Kanye West ran up on stage during Taylor Swift's speech.
Honestly, if we can get one view off that, comment below. If you want to see us drunkard shit playing Clue, comment below.
Holy Bud, I know you got our back.
Dude, I'm worried about
Someone
Holy
comment
Bud. Haven't
and say,
seen him in a
I want to
while.
see you guys drunkard shit playing Clue.
Oh my god. I know Uncle Banner would be entertained.
Who hasn't been there though? You have your girl in a room and she makes a huge scene. And you're just like, listen, like you can't talk like that. Men are.
Look, I love you. I'm not the one saying that. It's society, and fuck them, honestly. But they are what they
if I
are.
were in the world, I'd let you say whatever you want, but.
Babe, you're my angel. You rubber chin. Problem solved.
Do you think Wonder Woman, whenever you go to bed with her, ever says, "I'm tired" or "I'm just not in the mood"?
No. That's part of her powers. Is she's always in the mood. Now, this is a bar I would fucking hang out at. What do you think the happy hour is right now?
Probably
Like a Newcastle?
Newcastle, definitely.
Yeah,
and like
good call, Banner.
$5 you call it, $6 bottom shelf.
$4 well tequila shots.
Yeah. You probably got Bass on tap.
Spottin', maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
By the way, Geiger, tonight, we talked on the phone. I meant to tell you this because I think it's part of your forte. I got Shiner Blonde Light.
Shiner Light Blonde. Why don't you say it right before you
Is that what
get
it is?
on air? But yeah.
So
Yeah,
why is light the
close.
middle word? Because that's unlike any beer I've ever heard in my life. So that's incorrect.
It's Shiner Light Blonde. So it's like Miller Lite, but it's got blonde ale in it. It's really good.
Because Shiner Blonde is a beer. So it's not that.
Shiner
But
Blonde is not a beer. No, it's not. Shiner Blonde is not a beer. It's Shiner Light Blonde.
there's not a regular Shiner Blonde?
No.
All right. That's wrong, but
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't know what I'm saying.
you wouldn't.
I know you guys can't see this, but Banner has a beard and like curly hair. He looks like a guy that if he was convicted of murder, I would believe that he did it. I'm just staring at him right now. I believe that Banner did it. What are you showing me right now, Jeff?
I don't know.
I can't see it.
You tell me.
A Shiner Light Blonde. It's the same thing.
Where's light at?
It's the same bottle. Like I
No,
don't
it's not.
know
You want me to
what
show you the
same-
other one?
Okay.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, so I can show you a Miller Lite bottle that has a blue a blue fucking casing. I can show you one that has a white.
Yeah,
casing.
what about one with explicit writing of what I was saying?
Yeah, I can do that too. What am I drinking?
So beers never change their packaging, because if not, why do I go to
Geiger,
6:30 a.m.?
you're packaging fine. The fucking name of the
We're
beer.
breaking the fourth wall right now, and I don't fucking like it. We can talk about this off pod, but you're
The literal name of the fucking beer.
yeah, right. Because beers never change their packaging or a little bit off their name.
Package-
It's never happened.
Yeah, a
before.
little
I've
bit
never
like
woke up
taking
trapped
light
and
out
not
of it.
here
Hey,
before.
in
No,
beer,
you're
would
being
taking
totally
light
right.
out of the name of a beer
That's
change
why I
what
do
it
this
is?
podcast. I come in here and I hear about how wrong I am, and then I go to my marriage and I'm always wrong too. But yeah,
But
you're right.
when
you're totally right.
when you're wrong about beer, that's when I get worried.
You're totally right. Beers never change their packaging ever.
Geiger,
They're
we're not
only
talking
names.
about packaging. We're talking about the fucking name of a beer.
So
Guys, this
Amstel
dude right
Light
here,
never changed
the
their
dude-
name until X
time
Light.
out. Time out. The dude with the red hair that's just like as a bar fight is going out, but he's still getting his shots in. That's me.
But also, I would want to fight a little bit.
Well, yeah.
I'm thinking about getting another beer. Jeff, should I? Because you're right about everything. Should I get another beer?
Geiger, yesterday you told me, so Google doesn't know what I'm talking about. Do you think you know more than Google? A legitimate question.
When did I ever say Google does not know what you're talking
When
about?
we were
Never said
getting
that.
directions to Kingsman the other day.
To North Park? Yeah, because Google, there's no way you're 20 minutes away from North Park. No fucking way. I don't even care if there's no traffic. There's no way you're 20 minutes
I
away
was
from North
26
Park.
minutes.
22 miles, yes, but a mile a minute is not true in the DFW Metroplex. I don't know if you've ever lived
Well,
here.
I
before,
live in
but that's not true.
Alaska. Yeah, I've never lived here, so you would know way more than me about living here because I've never lived here. Good point. You made your
Guys, if
point.
anybody knows anything, it's me.
That's a good point.
Shut that shit down.
So, Jeff,
So-
can I get another beer? Because I'm not sure if I need one or not. Can I get one?
You need one.
I'll
If
think
you need to
about it.
ask-
No, that's
you need
Jeff.
one, you
Jeff,
need
Jeff knows all.
No, you can't get another beer.
Hey, Geiger, why don't you
Clearly,
Google
your
it?
decision making is already corrupted.
Geiger, just Google it.
What's the meaning of life then?
There is
Here,
none.
I'm gonna ask Siri.
What the meaning of life is? God, she's going to give us a... Okay, let's get back to the movie
Does
a little
Geiger
bit.
need
Yeah,
a
Jeff,
beer?
there's a movie going on if you care. Patty Jenkins is just doing some directing. Don't worry about it, though.
Yeah, what's your favorite Patty Jenkins movie, Geiger? Big DC fan.
Wonder Woman?
Oh, okay. What about the one she won an Oscar for?
Wonder Woman?
I'll ask again.
Oh.
The Oscars haven't even happened yet.
No, you're really smart having your cell phone in front of you. That's awesome.
Okay, so Monster with the Eileen Wuornos story. I didn't see that movie with Charlize Theron.
Dude, fuck Monster. Charlize Theron looked terrible in that movie. Why
That's
would I
the
ever watch
point. If you can make Charlize Theron look terrible, you did a great fucking job.
that? I'll rather watch the movies where she looks hot. Thank you.
Like Hancock, I love that movie.
You mean
Underrated.
foot penis?
Yeah.
Underrated.
It's awesome that she turns into a superhero at the end. I'm just like, dude, you're hot and you're a superhero? Okay.
Yeah, fight me.
She still hasn't returned my inbox on Facebook, but
She'll get
I'm
back
still
to you,
waiting.
though. She'll get back to you.
She'll get back.
Still, guys, this hat that she's wearing is doing it for me.
If she put the glasses on, then we'd really be ready to fucking rumble right now. And by
Oh,
ready to
for
rumble,
sure.
I mean I would walk up to her and she would just say no, and I would walk away.
I would say, okay, and much respect.
Okay, to not be total douchebags, I love this scene whenever she's looking at the wounded warriors and being like, dude, what the fuck? I do not like this at all.
This is where shit gets real for her. Like, to her, she was always like, oh, why don't you just go fight and, like, win the war? And now Steve Trevor's like, dude, people are dying because of this. It's not a fucking joke.
And if it's your first time visiting us, we got a Fox guy, Mr. Brian Banner. We got a Marvel guy, Mr. Jeff Hornacek, and I'm the DC guy. But I'm going to tell you right now, even though Winter Soldier is a great movie, and I hate to admit it, but the first Captain America was trying to be this, and it missed the point. And I know this came out like 10 years later, but this is what Captain America should have been, and it hit it so fucking well. Everything with the war, it's funny, it's sad, you get pissed off, and you want to like watch fight scenes. But this is a great fucking movie.
I feel
Well,
like
here's-
Well casted, well scripted.
I'm going to echo everything you say, and I think another thing that really goes a long way in this is that in this, I'm really rooting for Chris Pine and Gal Gadot, their relationship together to work, and for them to be together in the end. Whereas in Captain America, I wasn't really rooting for Agent Carter and Captain America to get together.
Agent Carter
I never bought into it. It just didn't work for me, and I agree with everything. I think that Captain America, the first Avenger, the first one, I think it's the second worst MCU movie.
What's the first?
Don't make me say it.
I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Iron Man 3 you think is worse
No.
than fucking the first Cap?
No.
Yes.
Thor the Dark World is worse.
Oh, yeah, that was. We had to watch that piece of shit. Actually, check out that Broback. We're really excited to do it, but it's a piece of shit. But please listen to it.
I wasn't excited at all.
It's terrible. I can't watch it
that
twice.
was work for me. By the way, is this not us? Like after you leave detention and you're like, "Fuck you, teacher." You just lock the fucking doors. You fart and then you lock the doors.
And the chick with the thing on her face, like, it wasn't me. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't me.
But I'm sorry for you. She's kind of a sick fuck. She's like, "Let me see them die."
This is a cool little campfire scene.
God, this
Can I
scene.
say, as a 1/8 Native American, we do more than just guide you places. We can fuck up people. Can I just say that? Okay, we'll let this
I've
go.
seen Native Americans in movies with knives, and they know what the fuck they're doing.
I just hate when it's like, he's a guide just showing us where to go. I'm like, no, even Sacagawea, dude, he fucked up a lot of people on the way.
Pocahontas, don't mess with that bitch. She's cold-hearted. Fucking cold-blooded.
Have you ever seen the wolf cry?
With the colors of the wind.
She didn't ask John Smith to put on a condom, though. Let's remember that. Just, no, it's fine. I'm on the pill. Really?
He's like, that's not even going to be invented for 200 years, but I'm going to trust you on this one. You hear what you want to hear.
John Smith wakes up. They're both drunk. He's like, listen, we said a lot of stuff, but you're seriously on birth control, right? She's like, what's that? He's like, oh, fuck.
He's like,
I made a
God damn
mistake.
it.
I better sleep
Geiger,
on
to your
these."
point, I would love nothing more than to be drinking whiskey at this fucking campfire with these guys right now.
This is one of our first reviews we ever did that wasn't superhero related, but me and Mr. Banner did a Magnificent Seven fucking review.
That was
And
gold.
we both said that there is not enough campfire scenes at night when they're just drinking, talking about people. There's not enough of them. And
Preach.
you guys can honestly send us 80 of them. We need like 180 of them.
More.
Because they're great scenes, for sure. We need more campfire scenes.
My favorite, if you go check out our Power Rangers, Saban's Power Rangers review,
It's a great scene, too.
my favorite scene in that movie is the campfire scene. Of all the cool shit that happens in that movie, that was my favorite
Dude,
scene.
I'm a pretty badass dude. If you ask me, like, if it's 3 o'clock at work and you're like, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, nothing, man, nothing. But if you put me by a campfire and you're like, Geiger, what's going on? I was like, listen, man, my boss just thinks I'm something I'm not, and I'm trying to be... I will just fucking break down to you and just tell you everything that's going on.
Look, everybody says when you're drunk, you say the truth. No. You say the truth when you're around a fucking campfire.
Yeah,
and
you
drunk.
see the truth and drunk, yes. And drunk around the campfire.
Yeah, they go together. All right, Geiger, I'm going to go piss and get a beer. Before I do, I think I want to extend the olive branch. I want to make a truce with you. I'm sorry for the tiff we got in earlier.
No, I'm going to veto this truce. I want you guys to fight till the end tonight.
No, Jeff just knows more about my job than I do, so it's fine.
See, that's not helping stem the tide here.
It is, though. I'm saying that you win. You know more about a job
Yeah,
than I
but
do.
you're also talking to someone who's fluent in sarcasm, maybe more than you, so it's not really
It's fine.
effective.
It's a different beer, same recipe.
I love it.
It's like when your wife's like, oh, I made a different ravioli tonight. Well, it still tastes like shit. I'm like, well,
I can't relate
yeah,
to
I
that.
accept it. Good job.
Good job? All right. You're like my dad, except you're actually present in my life.
So, guys,
Yeah, we're both fucking your mom. Banner, to you. What do you have to say?
So this is kind of the turning point in the movie for me when Wonder Woman decides like she's done fucking around, and I really enjoy this transition. I mean, you see her go from this very naive little girl to just seeing the horrors of the world. The horrors?
If you guys don't know our stick, we do movie reviews opening weekend, and then whenever the movie hits DVDs, we do a movie commentary. Dude, how many times have we done a movie commentary? We don't even remember what our best scene is, but I know that we all would have picked this one, but someone else picked it, and we had to pick something else. But this is the best scene in this movie. Patty Jenkins kills this. This is the greatest fucking scene.
Well, honestly, it's not even the scene. It's not even the scene. It's the build up to this scene.
Yeah.
This is the pinnacle of this movie. I mean, this is what it's about. This is about her. This is her coming of age. This is her realizing, like, look, shit is real, and you can see how this scene made her who she is in BVS and beyond.
And I love that you use the word build-up, because as a DC fan, we just hear about that and see it from Marvel people, because they actually use 10 movies to build up the Avengers. So they actually, in this movie, I felt like they took their time. They made it connect, but it was so far in the past they didn't really have to, and they just got to tell an origin story. And honestly, dude, for origin stories for the DCU, Suicide Squad doesn't count. That's a group thing. But Man of Steel and this, dude, Man of Steel is a B+, and this is like an A- or an A.
This blows Man. I like Man of Steel, but this blows Man of Steel out of the water.
It does. That's why I said Man of Steel is a B-, and this is probably an A- or A+. But if they just would have stuck
this
to
right here was
for
just
a while.
No, fuck you, Bullet.
This is the second best DCEU scene.
Is that a meme yet? Where it's like "fuck you, haters" on that?
Should be.
It should be. Not, we'll make it tomorrow.
Geiger, second best DCEU scene behind the Save Martha scene, like the warehouse scene.
I don't even want to get into that, but yeah, that was a fantastic scene.
Would you say this is the second best DCEU scene to date?
The Batman vs Superman scene in the rain, whenever Batman had it on the fucking suit and everything, was really well done.
It's well done, but this is way more
Suicide
powerful.
Squad
dude.
has nothing because the story sucked. Honestly, man, I'll tell you, this might be the best scene, period, in the DCU. This one here. It might even be BVS.
Batman fighting the mercenaries and killing them is my favorite scene.
I love BVS, but this scene is fantastically shot.
I'm going to go out on making bold predictions here. This, in 3 years, will be the second best scene. Maybe 2 years because I'm drunk and I don't remember when it actually comes out. I think Aquaman is going to have a better scene than this.
Yeah, I like the Tombstone aspect, wherever, he goes out in the water by himself and kills fucking everyone, and then after he kills half the fucking unit, they're all like, okay, let's go help him. But the score in here, Banner,
it's unreal.
Dude.
Absolutely unreal. I'm pretty sure we talked about the score in our review on this.
If you guys don't know, Banner works out to scores. I listen to like Lil Wayne or like classic rock. Banner listens to scores to work out.
That's for sure. Hedwig's theme, fucking Jurassic Park theme, Superman. Dude, I'm all about that shit. Chest Day is all about the scores for me.
Dude, her smashing their fucking assault rifle is so sick. And this scene only gets cooler and cooler because she's like, oh, I can actually win this war by myself.
I hope we get some more women, because mostly we're a lot of dudes that follow us on Twitter and listen to us, but I hope we get some more women listen to this. And just to let you know, on Halloween this year, just because you're dressed as Wonder Woman, chicks, dudes don't think you're cool. If you can, name off a couple, fucking Wonder Woman comic book references, we might think you're cool. That's a fucking fantastic shot scene.
And no one's saying we need to quiz you. It's not 20 questions, but, know what the fuck you have on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's like, I just love Margot Robbie. He's like, do you know who Harley Quinn is? What? Like, she's in that movie. I'm like,
This
yeah.
scene is great, dude. The close quarters
This
fight.
part right here in a minute when she uses the
And the
lasso.
score here, Banner, dude.
God
honestly,
damn it! This
it
guitar
comes
riff.
from
Let's
BBS,
fucking
right
go.
from fucking BBS when she comes on. It's fucking perfect. So don't get me wrong, man. I love that finally they didn't bitch Batman up and he like fucking broke necks and shit during the St. Martha scene and rock bottomed a dude from the floor. But
That's my point.
I gotta take if you just take my dick off me right now and I'm not a man, I guarantee you I think this scene is better than the BBS scene.
That look.
See,
This
is
gives right before she just fucks that dude out the window. Yeah.
This is incredible, but Geiger, when the BVS scene came on, it was the first time ever in a movie that I completely reflexively did not know I was doing it. I stood up out of my seat. I was like,
Scenes to me is whenever I go to the gym at 6 a.m. and when I'm taking a shit at 24 Hour Fitness, I watch a scene and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to work out now. Obviously, I'm not going to watch the scene because I'm not a girl, but some girls might watch this and be like, dude, I'm ready to fucking kill at the gym. I watch the BVS shit to get ready, but if I was a girl, this is so fantastically done.
I felt empowered, and have never been repressed in my entire life, fortunately. I love how she's like figuring her shit out, you know? She's like, all right, this is how I can.
If you were dating her and you just kind of forgot to put the dishes in the dishwasher.
Or you didn't fold the towels the way she wanted.
Like, babe,
come on. You know you're not putting the toilet paper roll on backwards.
I had a meeting this morning.
So what is backwards? Like, because I just found this out like a month ago. I don't fucking get it.
I love that they added the whip too. That was something that was not seen in BVS, and that's like her
lasso of truth, baby. That's her. Cap's shield, Thor's hammer.
Yep.
I'm glad they didn't do the invisible jet.
Ryan Banner's dick.
Yep. Geiger, as the DCEU fan, are you glad that they kind of scrapped the invisible jet? I think it's too stupid to ever make sense of.
That's way too stupid. Don't ever bring that in. Unless it's a joke, like Aquaman, whenever Affleck says, I hear you can talk to fish. Don't ever bring that in. Yeah, especially with the tone you're setting, don't ever bring
They can't do the invisible jet, I don't think. Marvel's had to make fun of a lot of their, like, stupid names and stuff. Like, Black Panther, they've changed a lot of the names.
These comics were written in, like, the 40s, 50s, and 60s. This is a different time. Just like, you know, the Dark Knight trilogy, Nolan kind of modernized it. I think he modernized it a little too much. I mean, it's fantastic. It's one of the best Batmans we ever had. But to that point...
He took the cartoon out of it.
What was the one, Jeff Falcon, that they just totally modernized because he looked like a fucking...
Yeah, so he basically...
he doesn't have psychological powers.
So he wore a singlet, and he had a bird that he could, like, telepathically communicate.
Yeah.
Now, no singlet, and the bird is a drone that he flies around. Way more modern.
Way more cooler.
And it's Anthony Mackie, who... Fun story, fun fact, is also in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, in case you guys didn't know.
Dude...
Go home, Banner.
Can we all agree, though, that we should say 80-20? 80% to the comics, but 20% a little of your own stuff. Don't take anything and spin it on your own, but...
Yeah, no, Geiger,
that's... 75-25.
That's a good point.
We all have girlfriends and wives here. Could we be cool if she was just, like, the hero and we're just kind of in the background? Could we be cool?
No, fuck no.
Absolutely not.
The problem with my girlfriend is every time we go out, people like her more than me. I mean, I'm a piece of shit, but I'm like, guys, I'm over here. That's when I make a scene. That's when I become a problem. I'm like the 5-star recruit who you don't play. I can't just sit on the bench. I'm going to be a distraction in the locker room.
For sure, I'm transferring the next year.
I've always wondered that of people... You know, like Shannon Elizabeth and her husband was like a fat, out-of-shape director. If you went out and everyone asked for your girl's autograph, would you just feel like, dude, I suck?
Yes.
That'd be a hard place to be in.
It would be a problem in our relationship. 100. I like this guy. I think... So his support, one thing, I'll say this, maybe the one thing that the Captain America, the First Avenger does a little bit better than this movie, and again, This movie is head and shoulders better than that movie. But the one thing it does better is I think it builds up the Howling Commandos, like his support group, better than hers. Or Steve Trevor's, however you look at it. But that's the one guy who I was like, alright, this dude's fucking funny. Give me some more of him. She's like, okay, I need to return this fucking dress. Because it showed up.
So, the South Park, when Cartman was the Crow, and he's like, dude, everyone comes dressed as the Crow. Last year on Halloween, and everyone can comment to this, everyone was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be more Wonder Womans this year. But the one, like, there was Harley Quinns even before the movie came out, but everyone's going to be Wonder Woman this year, bar none.
Yeah, that's true. Because the great thing about Halloween is the outfit is already kind of slutty. So they don't even have to really change it.
Do you love Steve Trevor's haircut? Because back in the 40s, it was considered cool, but now it's considered cool to just shave the side of your head and let the top grow.
That's how fashion works, bro.
Yeah, bell bottoms are coming out in about bell bottoms are going to be cool in about 15 years again. Just
We're
wait.
waiting for small dicks to be cool, and then we'll all rule the
It'll
world.
come back, and then we'll all be back on top where we belong. I'm telling you, bro, Jinkos, fucking don't throw that shit away because
No, dude, fuck that shit. I love Jinkos.
you seem like a Jinkos guy.
I'm a Jinkos guy. I'm also a collared shirt with the sleeves cut off guy.
I've never even fucking heard of that. That's a thing?
It is now.
Okay. So now that Geiger's pissing, let's talk about Ares. I like Ares in this movie.
I do too.
But
Here's a question. Did you see it coming?
I actually really didn't. I had a little suspicion. He was too nice. I knew he was too nice.
Where I was is I knew that Ares wasn't Stryker. I don't know the actor's name, but whatever the fuck his name is.
He's Stryker.
I knew he
That's
wasn't
all
going
that
to be
matters.
Stryker, but I didn't know who he actually was going to be, and I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't catch it sooner.
Yeah, I think, again, we've said this a lot about movies. If it's not reliant on the twist, then you're usually safer. And this one was definitely not reliant on the twist at all. So
100%
if it didn't blow you away, the movie's still fine.
He's back. Don't talk about him.
Crap. Okay.
Shit. I popped the top, but it didn't go on the mic like I wanted it to.
It's all right. What are you drinking tonight?
Me and Banner are both drinking Miller Lite, because I saw him.
I had a Miller Lite.
It might not be Miller Lite, because it has new packaging. It might be something else.
Does it also have a new name? That's like holding up Braveheart and Titanic. Like, oh, they just changed the packaging on the DVDs.
Yeah, because Shiner Light and Shiner Light Blonde is totally different.
I'm literally going to bring you a 6-pack tomorrow of each.
Okay.
Because they had them both at Total Wine.
Guys, I'll fall in this grenade. I'll be the taste tester.
The drunkest guy on the podcast will decipher this.
Listen, I'll be the deciding vote.
How does this always happen? How do I always end up the drunkest?
Why does Gal Gadot feel like
You
she's...
drink the most,
Gal
probably.
Gadot acts like a secretary who's about to file an HR complaint against her boss.
You say
right now.
that like it's a bad thing, Geiger.
No, I love that you're the drunkest. I mean, I'm pretty drunk. Let's be honest.
I don't know who I want to
This
bang
just
more
makes
right
me
now.
want to drink Shiner Cheer with the snow coming down.
All right,
and
we
it's
can
like,
all
I'm
agree on
late.
Shiner
Maybe
Cheer.
in a month, dude. A month or two.
I'm so excited. Like when snowflakes fall, it just makes me think of Shiner Cheer, Home Alone, and the Santa Claus.
See, this is why movies suck. Because they just met, everything's romantic. Why don't you fast forward about fucking 3 years? He's going to be screaming at her, just fucking throwing shit.
They've got a 2.5-year-old.
Yeah.
She's going to be yelling at him,
Like,
who is she?
two.
She's my fucking cousin. Can I talk to her?
Movies ever show that shit, do they? Not on the Notebook. Whenever they're together, just like, I don't know.
And you've been with
this
your-
just isn't working.
You've
What
been
do you
with
think
your
it
girl
is?
for like 7 years. She's like, why aren't we like that? You're like, well, they met 11 minutes ago. And it's a little fucking different.
Why don't you ask me questions anymore? Because I already know the answers. That's why.
Because I don't want to hear you fucking talk. That's why.
Jesus Christ.
You want the...
Ding the fuck out of that. God.
I know. Good thing his girlfriend doesn't listen to us. She doesn't care at all.
She subscribed, but there's no way she... And if she is listening, there's no way she made it.
My wife never listens to anything we do at all.
Oh, no. Neither does mine.
What does that say about us that like, people in fucking literally Argentina support us more than our
There's
significant
people in
others?
Germany that listen to us, and my wife, who's literally a foot away from us, has never like listened to a movie commentary. It's disgusting.
My wife tried to watch a movie with us while I was doing a commentary one time, and she's like, I can't do it, and literally left the room.
How far into it did she make it?
Like 6 minutes.
Did she at least give you a tug job? while she was doing
Banner,
it?
what would you have set the over-under at before she sat down? What would you have set it at?
Honestly, I probably would have set the over-under at about 8 minutes.
Okay. I would have... Oh, man, that would have been tough. It depends what the movie is, I think, for what I would have taken the over-under on.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one it was. We've done a few.
By the way,
I
guys, can
still
we...
think whenever we have the Bro Force Squad retreat, we should have like our girls on there, and they could like comment on some of the movies.
We
It'd
need
be
to.
fun.
But we need to shut the fuck up for a second, because they're about to get it on. Oh, my God. She's too much. I don't know who I'd rather
So
fuck,
is she-
him or her.
There's a deleted scene where she says, "I'm not sure if I should do this," because we've all been there.
Where she says, I've never done this before. I don't normally do this.
Okay, guys,
Those are the
serious
two
question.
favorite.
Yeah, the chick with the duck face and the cleavage hanging out on her Instagram. I've never done this before. I'm like, yeah, sure.
I know, it just feels
Serious-
so right, doesn't it?
Serious question. If you're Chris Pine right now, are you wrapping it? Because let's be honest, if you've got a shot at making like a god baby, like I want that on my red.
Shit.
That's a first round draft pick for sure.
She don't even know what rapping it means.
Banner, rhetorical question, what are condoms?
And if anything, if she is pregnant, Banner, she lives on an island no one can even fucking go to, so you're fine. Like,
They
you're
probably
cool.
have free health care there.
And it's full of women, so you know the baby's gonna get taken care of.
We'll take care of it. You're totally cool. You're covered.
Dude, those chicks would love something to do, you know, in their free time. You can only read so much People magazine.
Dude, if Wonder Woman went on her Twitter right now and hashtag baby news, oh my god, that fucking island would just like, oh my god, can I watch it? I don't want to babysit.
You'd
No,
have two
we're
types of
babysitting.
chicks.
Can you imagine the gender reveal party on that island?
Jesus, the gender reveal party.
Yo,
dude.
Banner, they would do the fucking like backwards flip and shoot the arrow into the balloon to see what it is. They would do like the hang off the horse.
There'd be two horses, one's painted pink, one painted blue.
Hang
And
on.
the loser, like the horse would just get shot. It's like, oh, the blue one got shot. It's
Banner.
a girl, sweet.
Banner, I will remind you, can you please write a squad blog on how you would describe the gender reveal party for Wonder Woman on Themyscira?
Oh,
Yo, give me 10
God.
minutes. I'll see you guys in a minute.
That would be the best squad blog we've ever... That's why we have the squad blog, right?
I'm not gonna lie. If you're still hanging with us, this might be the best movie commentary we've ever done. But D2 is up there. There's a lot of ones up there. There's a couple Star Wars
I'll say
ones up
this,
there.
we have talked the least about the actual movie in this one than any one we've ever done.
But it's gonna be gold.
I did love this scene, like the sneaking up to the dinner party. The thing I love about movies like
Dude,
this...
the
so,
way that she hides her sword is fucking
Oh, it's
sick.
great. So this is the beginning of the third act, basically, right now. I love movies when the third act starts, how they give you a slow build. So right now, it's the reconnaissance. All right, let's fucking sneak in. Let's roofie some Germans, and let's get what we need and get out. And then someone says, why do we have to roofie them? And I'll be like, I don't remember saying that.
Dude, I'm 29, but even as an 8-year-old, if you tell me, hey, you're gonna eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich, kill 18 Nazis, and fuck a chick, I'll be like, that seems like a good day. And even today, seems like a good day. As long as the crust is cut off, Jesus Christ, I don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah, we're not animals.
Is this a Nazi car?
I love how the Irish guy always has shorts on. I went to high school with a guy like that. Every day of the year wore fucking shorts.
Look, my bad, dude.
It wasn't you.
Oh.
I'll tell you who it is off pod. You probably know who it was.
Actually, pretty sure I know exactly who
Literally,
it
it
is.
would be snowing. He would wear fucking shorts to school.
There's no way they would let someone that looks like him inside a Nazi thing.
He's just the driver. They're like, "Are you sure you're a slave?" Yes. All right, then go in. As long as you're being subjugated, that's fine.
As long as you have no rights, you can go in.
Because that'll look good. People feel good about that.
Okay, at Nazi dinner parties, how many forks do you think they have?
9.
You think they have more than a salad fork? Okay. Good job.
I'm shocked that it took you that long to pick up on that.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Good job.
Who's drunker than me now? Geiger. That's who.
No, me. Sorry, Geiger. What were you saying? Salad fork, something?
I don't remember. There's some chick walking in a blue dress. One of them staring her down right now.
Well, because she was going to wear that dress is the problem.
She's like, wait, you're hotter than me. I hate you now.
I like how they incorporate her tiara into this strategically.
Yeah, it's not overbearing. It's not in your face, but it's there. You can appreciate it.
I hate the Nazis, dude, but if they had finger food like this, I mean, I'd show face.
Who do you think catered this?
For sure, Johnny Carino's.
For sure. Not even debatable.
I love Steve Trevor's thing here. Go to the ugliest chick in the party, show her love, then all the other chicks, like, he's not superficial. He just went to that fucking dyke over there.
Look, everybody needs to start an A-ball.
Dinosaur face.
Everybody needs to start an A-ball, you know? You need to get your fucking licks in. See some fastballs. Plus, like, maybe he has some community service
you
work.
gotta see batting practice before you step in the fucking plate with someone who's got 93, right, Jeff?
100%. I don't know, man. I'm fucked up, but, like, the plastic face she has on, I'm kind of digging it. I would say leave it on.
It kind of looks like dinosaur bone.
If she was on, like, if she was on Tinder and she had a picture of her in, like, a bikini and she had a really nice body with tits, I mean, she's like a 6 or a 7. She'd get some tweets. She'd be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh yeah, she would have no problem getting messages. Definitely not.
Because a guy would be like, "Listen, I want to see the real you. Take off the mask." He's like, "Okay."
Why is Vin Diesel talking to her now? I want to see the real you.
My dad was a burn victim. He cooked a Dorshino's pizza just a little bit too long, and I don't want to talk about it.
She's like, so did he burn the pizza or himself?
The crust was burned.
It was a horrible dinner. That sounds really traumatizing.
Pizza, the crust was burned.
Well, my thoughts and prayers are with your family for that meal you had to eat.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yo, this blue is popping. Now, Patty Jenkins, not that you need Gal Gadot to stand out in a fucking crowd, but put everyone in mute colors, and then the hottest chick in the room in this bright blue dress. Yeah, there's gonna be a few swings, if you know what I'm saying.
Look, I thought we said we wear dark colors. Like, well, I just felt this dress.
Yeah, I said that so you would dress like a fucking peasant, and I would look like this.
She's hiding the sword right here.
She's not really hiding it, though, Banner. It's like down. See, honestly, it would suck to be a woman. You can't hide any fucking. Like, how could you hide a fucking arm machinery?
So her at this party with the sword is like another chick when she finds out that you've been texting another girl. Like, just give me the fucking sword. I'm gonna walk in and slit his fucking throat.
Can't he feel the sword? He's got her hand on his back. If we were in a suit right now, we could totally hide. I could hide a fucking AK-47 in a suit. but in a tight-ass blue dress like that, I don't even know if he could hide like a 9mm.
If you gave me a baggy enough starter jacket, I could hide Banner holding an AK-47 in it. Like, we have no fucking problem.
Yeah, I'd fuck some bitches up.
Can I say that this scene would not have happened without Batman 2 when Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Keaton dance?
God,
I love
one
the
of my,
dancing
and they both
scene
have this.
between good and evil. The dancing scene between good and evil Banner is like the campfire scene. We don't have enough of them.
No, give me more.
The scene later too, when they both have the scars. That's one of my favorite scenes in that movie too. So, do you guys feel a little deceived that the Fuhrer obviously is spoilers, not who we think he is, or did you almost like the sort of setup, the misdirection that Patty Jenkins did?
I like the misdirection.
I do too.
I did too. It was a curveball for sure. Because this movie was pretty down the middle, but there was some other stuff that you didn't quite see.
I'm sick of people being like, oh, I could see that coming. Like, look, dude, it's 2017 as we're recording this. We can fucking predict anything. Like, just stop. We've all chased a chick out of a party, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Babe, I wasn't texting her.
I saw you on your phone the whole fucking night.
I had work emails. God, you think I
texting my
want to be
mother
doing that?
and telling her how much I think I met the girl of my dreams and she's excited to meet you. Show me the text, like, okay, so you don't trust me. Wow.
Well, now we have a bigger problem. If you need to see my phone, I don't even know if this is gonna last.
Is there anything hotter than a girl riding a horse?
A girl riding me.
It's selfish, but it's not untrue.
Banner is a lot of people have called him a stallion.
Banner, this is one of your Banner. You're on.
A lot of other people have called him a stallion.
Banner, you're on
Not
point
us
tonight.
or his wife. But there's some people out there somewhere, I'm honestly sure of it, that have called him a stallion.
Go ahead, hold on a sec. What were you saying?
I was just saying, you're on point tonight, bro. You fucking brought it.
Dude, I'm bringing it. I'm feeling great.
It's definitely not the Dark Knight.
This right here is me after I eat like Panda Express and I fart. This is what the whole fucking village looks like. Everyone's dead and on the.
Panda Express, dude, be a sponsor because we love you.
God
Panda
damn
Express.
it, Geiger and I love us some
It's like,
Panda Express.
There's only Panda Express is a top 3 choice at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're done at the bar, right?
If Panda Express and Miller Lite were a sponsor, would be set. And honestly, you don't have to pay us shit. Just give us free Panda Express and Miller Lite. We're cool.
And also Madden
Honestly,
25.
I'll take a discount.
Madden 25. Geiger and I have a dynasty in you. Send us some shit, okay?
This is almost Superman, Man of Steel-esque whenever he sees all the skulls and stuff and she just kind of freaks out.
Great reference.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think every character needs that moment where they're like, yeah, it's fun to be a superhero. Oh, wait, people are actually fucking dying?
And she's like, fuck this, I gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
This is too much shit.
Batman's happened when he was 8 years old, so he's kind of exempt from that.
Yeah, we've seen it all too much.
Guys, I'm so glad that the DCEU is not doing a Batman origin film.
I'm not,
They're
dude.
not doing an origin film. They're doing a solo Batman film that may or may not connect. We're not sure.
I would like. I would watch another Batman. Look, I'm a fucking Batman is my favorite. As a Marvel guy, I will say Batman is my favorite superhero ever. I would watch as many Batman origin films as they make. Do we need them? No.
Dude, I'm a DC fan, but if you give me another fucking Fantastic Four origin film, I'll probably go see it. Like I would.
You're
I
a
like
sick
Fantastic-
fuck.
You're disgusting.
I like Fantastic Four, and it's sad that it's never been done right. It's really sad.
Do you
It
think
was
we're
done
at the
right
point?
for like half of it.
I don't want to digress too long, but do you think we're at the point where we have to legitimately ask, can it be done right?
I don't think so.
I think Marvel could do it right.
I don't
think
know, man.
I think here's the problem with Fantastic Four.
I
think they're kind of like Captain America. Their origin is kind of cool, but it's not good.
It's bad. It's a bad origin.
It's a bad origin, and so you either start it where people don't understand the origin, or you have to kind of push through that origin story.
Okay, this fight scene right here. Do you ever think, and honestly, this should have been the last fight scene. You shouldn't have got Ares in it. But do you ever think during the time he's just like, do I want to fight her, or do I want to do something else?
I love how he does coke, so they're on a level playing field. This is how Bill Romanowski could play at age 40.
Jeff, you watch Game of Thrones, right?
Yep.
Does Banner right now look like Kit Harington, or I'm just totally shit-faced? Because he kind of looks like fucking Jon Snow right now when he's looking at me.
You do look like Kit Harington. By the way, Kit Harington,
He
why
does
has he not had more roles?
He will be once Thrones is over.
He will once Thrones is over.
He's going to be fucking Nightwing.
He's the only one that has not been able to have a concurrent career with Game of Thrones. Fucking Finn Jones is in more shit during Game of Thrones than...
He will.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's because Finn Jones sucks balls.
She's done like a Terminator movie like a long time ago.
She actually did a really good... She did a...
Me Before You.
Me Before You. It's a very good movie. Very, very sad.
I think she got an Oscar nom. By the way, back to this. This guitar riff, let's fucking do some push-ups. God damn it.
Yes.
Great score. Great score for Wonder Woman. It's perfect. That score... It's early, Banner, but I'm telling you, that score is up there with Jaws and Star Wars. People are going to be playing that score at fucking baseball games for years to come, I guarantee you.
I think a big part of it is...
It really reminds me of the X-Men animated.
Yeah.
Which is, again, up there. I mean, that's a top 5.
But name a fucking Batman or Superman or X-Men or anything score. It's not even as close to this. Whenever you play that score, people are like, Wonder Woman.
The Richard Donner Superman, the original one, is pretty good.
Played at every women's U.S. soccer game from now on.
All 18 people will love it.
Yeah. Everyone in the stands.
Jeff, it's 2017. There's at least 25 people there.
That's true. This is basically like after your wife like blows you. Well, that already sounds unrealistic, so I'm just gonna stop it right there.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen. So she killed him. She's like, "It's over. We've won." Right? And then it's like, "Oh, you haven't."
Psych.
Once you meet her, she's like, it's going to be a lot like this if we start dating. I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening long term.
Never
gonna. And then she says, if we get engaged, like, I'm going to fuck you every day. I'm like, okay.
But we have to wait till we're married.
Yeah, then now we're here. And we're doing a movie commentary instead of getting laid. So what does that tell you? America.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. See what I did there? Like, I was on bottom, and now I'm here. Doing a movie commentary with you fucks.
You guys don't know, we're all in separate places right now, but in a couple weeks we're all going to be in the same place, and we're going to shoot, like, about 5 movie commentaries, and it's probably going to be the drunkest we've ever been, so stay tuned.
Yeah, you guys think I'm drunk now? Oh, just wait.
Just fucking wait for about 2 weeks. I'm not saying it's going to come out in 2 weeks. Well, like, some of them might not even come out for 10 months, but... We will shoot them.
Nah, let's be honest. If we have that much in the bank, we're going to get lazy, and we're just going to drop them all at the same time.
That's true. Chris Pine's acting here, which is...
Acting the fuck out of this. And honestly, Gal Gadot's doing a great job going... I'm not going to say...
Gal Gadot can't act, you're lying. She just has never been put in a position to act.
She's never been given the opportunity. She took her shot right here. She was given her opportunity, and I think she nailed it.
She's great in this movie. She is Wonder Woman.
One thing that a lot of people do is they like to fan cast characters. I don't think you could better cast her.
No, I think people don't understand the comics, and whenever they put Gal Gadot, it's like, oh, we want an American woman to be like a... I'm not going to say this is what they want, but like a Megan Fox, but she's not from America.
This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say 15 years ago, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Guys, sorry to interrupt, but this is a great fucking speech right here. By Steve Trevor.
Oh, that's his fucking name. I need to fix this.
Fix what?
It's fine.
This is like when you write this movie, if you're like the script director, you're like, if this scene doesn't work, then nothing matters in the movie. And I felt like this did. Because this is basically like when you...
I'm just pissed at Steve Trevor, because he should be so much more, but he is great in this movie.
This is like when you leave the bar and you have one last chance to take the chick home, so you're like, let's just throw it all at her. And that's what he did.
So, Geiger, correct me if I'm wrong. In the comics, Steve Trevor is Hal Jordan's dude, right?
No. That's the dude from...
Rick Flag.
Yeah, that's the dude from Suicide Squad.
Oh, well, that's gay.
But
how?
I would love if they did kind of a... I don't ever want to see Rick Flag again because of the way they cast him, but in the Green Lantern thing, since he is a pilot, I would love for them to be like, oh, I went to the Steve Trevor School of Flighting or something.
That'd be fucking cool.
That'd be cool. Like a nod to him?
Yeah. But no, Hal Jordan's guy was the guy from Suicide Squad. Yeah, Rick Flag. Which actually, if you've ever seen any of the DC animated, they actually kind of pay tribute to that in a couple of them. This is the worst scene. Like, I like the scene, but this guy, like, the Hades thing did not work for me.
Yeah, I like the misdirection, but I kind of wish he just got away. And, like, they ended it here, setting up for another.
I like the story. I just don't like the casting. It's all about casting.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
Do you know how many?
Yeah, he's in Harry Potter. Fuck you.
Steroid guys are out there that are trying to act. I mean, you got Stallone, you got Mickey Rourke. I mean, you could have better guys than this. It's just like, oh, I'm skinny, I'm old, but I'm Hades. Like, that makes no fucking sense. I get it, Jeff. He should be older, but like a Mickey Rourke type looking dude that's just roided out in his 50s would be a better play here.
Yeah, so like when they cast Ares, I want to see like the other people that they actually had read for the role. Like maybe they were way off from the beginning.
I kind of like that he's not a roided up dude. I'm not gonna lie. I like that he's just.
This guy looks like I'm asking him. So is my tax return good?
I think
he does work at H&R Block. Yeah,
Ares he's hiding in plain sight. I think that's the point.
I guess I had a problem with whenever they show him, it's still him in like a battle suit. I guess if he was like a huge like red demon or something, I'd like it better.
Yeah,
I see where you're coming from.
You picking up what I'm laying down?
Oh, I'm stepping in what you're shitting. Or something like that.
This is like when you can't find your Uber driver. He keeps like fucking reappearing. You're like, God damn it, where are you?
I'm so hammered. I just want to eat. I just want to beat Uber Eats home.
He's like, would you mind driving through Whataburger? He's like, I would very much mind. Yes.
Well, in that case, do you just have like a bag of Cheetos up there that I can have?
How many times were you hammered as shit? It's like, dude, if I buy your Whataburger, will you drive through with me? He's like, I'm not that hungry. Like, come on, just some Tortitos. Come on.
The most generous I ever am is when I'm drunk coming home from the bar. I'll buy your fucking food.
Dude, I will give you $800 if you give me like 3 cheeseburgers worth $1.
Banner, you'll love this. I'll get this story in real quick before the final fight. One time, Geiger and I took an Uber home to his. I was staying at his apartment, and our fucking Uber driver, maybe it was a Lyft, ran through a red light on accident. It had one of those like pictures be taken of his license plate, and he was like, "Fuck, that's like a $75 ticket." And when we got to Geiger's, he was like, "Look, man, you were a great Uber driver. I can't pay for your $75 ticket, but I'm going to give you a $2 tip."
I mean, that helps. That makes it only
every
a
little bit helps, bro.
Ticket.
We can't put your kids through college.
I'm not a cheapskate. That was like 20% of his tip.
It was. No, it was a generous tip compared to the ride.
I feel like, was that New Year's last year?
4th of July. But all right, here we go. Big fucking dick fight scene. Ares' look, I dug it. I know a lot of people fucking hated it. I liked it. Like his armored look.
Did it? Because I didn't read the internet very much afterwards, but I'm guessing a lot of people hate it because I wasn't into it. I'm like, man, this is a
Guy, you're
perfect
just like,
movie
I didn't
until
read the
this.
internet, but I'm assuming everybody agrees with me and they hated it too.
Geiger usually has
I'm
the
that
pulse of the
big
internet.
This is a
fucking
great
deal
movie until this
that
part.
everybody agrees with whatever I say.
This is a great movie until this part.
Yeah, the internet was not too fond of exactly what you said, Geiger, kind of the transformation from like, oh, I'm a librarian at like the Westminster Library, and now all of a sudden I'm the god of war.
Hey, in Wonder Woman 2, let's make Zeus David Spade. Get it?
Nothing
I don't
is
get
that.
it.
That's unfair.
Kind of sound like the Emperor there, Jeff. And separate.
Yeah. It's like, whoa. He like bites
Can you guys
somebody.
imagine? Can you guys imagine Ares and the Emperor in the two-man scramble?
Oh my God.
It'd be ridiculous.
You guys should check out.
Check out our one, dude. We do
was that Rogue One? I think that was on Rogue One.
It was Rogue One.
It's not proper.
This is like every woman ever. A guy's fucking lied to her, and that's why she doesn't trust anyone.
You're like, hey, I really like you. You want to date? I don't know. Like, my 8th boyfriend ago lied to me, so I just really don't trust anyone. Okay.
That seems like a good way to live your life, yeah.
I'm not him. Come on.
Yeah, guys, this is like the fourth best fight scene in the movie.
See, this is a problem, and if you haven't checked out our Kingsman 2 review, this kind of problem with that is that there's just too many villains in this, and I know coming from a Batman fan where we have like 8 villains in a movie on the movie poster, but this just seemed like, this was great. It's greatly directed and everything, but after a while I'm just like, I don't know. After she beat Stryker, I'm just like, it should be over.
When I say this, I mean this as a compliment to the movie, really, but it's like there were so many other great... Like, the No Man's Land scene is the best scene in this movie. So, sadly, the third act is just not going to be able to fucking hold up to that. And,
honestly, out of the 3 acts, the third act is the worst.
Agreed. But we all want the movie to end with, like, the coolest fucking scene. But a lot of times you just can't.
Cut out the last 40 minutes, make Ares a post-credit scene, and just say that's going to be Wonder Woman 2, I'd be cool with it. Game
and that way we get Chris Pine in 2 movies.
Yeah. Later.
But then the problem is we have to do 2 movies. There's a 5-movie gap between, like, her 2 stories.
Yeah, there's like 8 Shazams before this movie, and a Superman.
None
and, like,
with The Rock,
a bunch of shit with Harley Quinn.
And we never get a Green Lantern movie.
Any guy listening, if you see a chick dressed as Harley Quinn this Halloween, go ask her. It's like, what's your favorite comic with Harley Quinn in it? Go ask her.
Just say, what's your favorite thing about Harley Quinn? She won't even fucking know that.
Just ask her, what's the favorite comic with Harley Quinn in it? Because
her tits.
There is no comic with Harley Quinn in it, besides now. But Harley Quinn was not in the comics. She was made for the Batman animated series.
Bruce Timm created her.
Comics,
Batman animated series, 1991. Bruce Timm gave us a lot of great things.
Great series.
Bruce Timm is a genius, man. What he fucking
Here
did
you go.
with
I'm going to throw this at you guys, and I know this doesn't have anything to do with this movie, which that was a cool little explosion they had there.
This is good CGI, though. We got to fuck with
Would you guys do?
Very well directed. I have no problem with it. I just don't.
Would you guys prefer the Batman animated from '91 or X-Men animated?
X-Men.
How close is it?
Batman.
Not even close.
I agree. It's not even close.
I love Batman, but dude, X-Men animated is perfect.
Batman is perfect.
Wow.
Like Phantom Menace and stuff is good, but X-Men animated is way better than Batman, and that's coming from a DC fan. Honestly.
Batman lasted longer.
What did you just say is better?
I'll say it again. X-Men animated series is way better than any Batman animated series ever.
No, I'm pretty sure you just said Phantom Menace.
And shame on you, Fox, for not doing the movies even close to that, because if you did, you would be in a boxing match right now with the DCU and Marvel Universe.
Banner, he meant Mask of the Phantasm, and you know it.
I know, but I had to call
What
him
did
on
I
it
say?
because he's our DC guy, and he's putting it with the only Star Wars movie that absolutely has no fucking matter about anything else.
So I'm drunk. So what? Sue me.
So, guys, I gotta ask the question.
Cycly, quit calling. Calm down. I don't want you to sue me.
Guys, I gotta ask the question real quick. Steve Trevor, if you hadn't even got to have sex with Wonder Woman yet, would you still risk it all?
Not at all.
Yeah, because she's the only hot chick around. So yes.
That's a fair enough argument. That's all I
No,
know.
because I wouldn't even put myself in this situation because I'd still be on.
Banner, you
time
don't have a cell
scars.
phone. You can't text a chick, "Hey, come over." That's it, right?
You
there.
don't need to on Themyscira, though. They're already over, you know? They're already there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be in this situation because I'd still be on Themyscira going, hey, look, yo, girl, just hop on this. That's what I'm saying.
So
What
I
up with
love
it?
Trevor's heroism here, but
You're like, so after I defeated the fucking Germans, then I went to they like think you're a conqueror or something, and someone goes on the beach like, holy shit, and you just run into your room.
do you guys feel like this, and I mean this as an insult, although I'm the Marvel guy, this feels like the third act of a Marvel film right now. Like formulaic villain with catchphrases like, you can't win, and then like smashes something.
That's why this movie is so loved, is because honestly, this is not a DCU film.
It is
It's
a Marvel
film. It really is. Directing, everything in it, the jokes, the
But
comedy.
Geiger, can we say this? So one has been a complete fucking train wreck. The other two have been mediocre. Like, what is a DCEU film? Do you even have enough of a template to like know what that is?
You almost said tampon.
BVS, start to finish, is a DCU film. Man of Steel is a DCU film. Both of them.
So if that's what a DCEU film is, then like 50% of the films have not been DCEU films.
I don't know what the fuck Suicide Squad was. I really don't.
It's barely even a film in general.
Suicide Squad is the only DCEU film that I won't defend.
If this was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it would fit. I'm not saying this is a Marvel movie making it sound like, oh, it's bad or it's beneath me or I don't like it because of DC. I love Marvel movies.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm saying I want DC to have
movie.
I want DC to have a different identity because I've always told you the way we win as comic fans is if they're both different, but we both love.
Yeah.
We need them to be different, dude. I want them to be different.
As the Fox guy on here, we have X-Men. We need all three angles of the triangle. You need Marvel, which is going to be a little bit more poppy, a little bit more comedy. You need DC to be dark and a little bit more gritty and not have the comedy. And you need that one that's like, look, we're all going to go see it, but we have no fucking clue what we just watched at the end.
I'm telling you guys, it's September right now. If in November Thor Ragnarok is a 95%, if Justice League is 95%, and let's just say like X-Men rebooted and they came up with a new movie and it's 95%, I'd be the happiest motherfucker ever. I'm not saying that we should compete against everybody. I'm just saying that we all have flaws and we know it. And Marvel's poppier. But that's fine. I fucking love Marvel films. I love what they're doing. DC's a little more grittier. And if you don't like that, then, don't bash it.
And as you say they're more gritty, what do we just see that Marvel won't fucking do? Someone actually just died on screen.
This is what we need. We need Marvel and DC to go toe-to-toe. We need Fox to stop making these shitty movies. They need to only make Deadpool movies. They need to bring all Cyclops and Storm and all of them and do TV series. That's the only way that they're going to develop those characters.
A Marvel Netflix X-Men show would be insane.
Yeah, but the problem is Marvel has the TV rights, so they have to give Fox permission to make them.
I'm just saying, if Marvel, if they actually sign over the rest of Marvel, but the thing about DC, man, is just there's no way they'll ever compete with Marvel because Warner Brothers has control of them, and they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Look at their track record. They're an NFL team that's kind of good, but if you play 4 weeks, they're going to lose 2 of those weeks. They just are. That's
Geiger,
just who they are.
They've
been that way since the first Batman with Michael Keaton. They can't do 5 great movies in a row. They just can't. They never have, and they never will.
So Geiger, what DC's doing here? What DC's doing here is kind of the Marvel problem with villains. They don't develop them, but in the third act, in the biggest fight scene, they try and give them a lot of dialogue to catch up for what they missed out on. DC has done a million times better job in all their movies with villains than Marvel. Just going even before the DCEU, actually especially before the DCEU. But here I think this is the only, and I'm saying this as a Marvel fan. The reason this didn't work was I felt like they kind of strayed from their villain formula. At least in BVS, they gave Eisenberg and Luthor as much screen time in the actually more screen time in the beginning than at the end.
I just feel that, this was pretty weak on villains. However, I thought Stryker was pretty good in this. I love that we keep calling him that.
Let's never not call him that.
They're just like, hey, that villain's dead, so we're going to character develop a villain really quick that you've been talked about the whole time. I thought it was kind of weak. I didn't like it. I mean, save it for the sequel, because we know there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 more Wonder Woman
They're not
movies.
trying to make money? What the fuck? No.
And you guys have no direction at all, but it is what it is. I'm just really depressed right now, because I know this is a good movie, but it's not going to go anywhere.
Dude, I've said this on the pod. I'm going to say it again. I think Justice League will be surprisingly good.
It's got everything working against it. The director,
That's what dude. I just think it's gonna.
The director did not leave. There was death in the family. It's
I know.
why he left. And Joss Whedon came in, and it's just. I don't know. It's got a lot of stuff working against it. There's no.
Do you guys respect? Do you respect or or think it's just disgusting what Whedon has done with the movie, where it wasn't?
Because I haven't seen it. There's a lot of rumors out there.
Okay, fair enough. I will reserve that question for when the movie actually comes out.
And honestly, coming from someone who has watched a lot of Zack Snyder films and a couple of Joss Whedon films, it's not like we're gonna just give our own opinion. You could probably tell whenever you see Justice League, okay, Snyder did that scene, Joss Whedon did that scene. Let's be honest, man. There's shit that Snyder does that Joss Whedon would never do. So I guarantee we'll see that movie and be like, okay, that's Joss Whedon, that's Zack Snyder.
By the way,
I'll go out. Go ahead.
Watching a chick throw a tank, go and talk to like her ex-best friend at a party. Then you'll see her fucking do that. Oh, is this your fucking Jeep Wrangler?
Well, she's a firecracker, I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you what, she's got a lot of passion. By that, do you mean she'll beat the shit out of you? I do mean that. Yes, that's what I mean.
Can you just drop my name and just see if she thinks I'm hot? Like, I guess. Yeah, sure.
And now it is distracting me, Geiger, that Ares is 96 years old.
It's like, she's got a lot on her plate. She's trying to stop, like, the devil of Earth. Like, she's got a lot on her plate.
And she's trying to get her nursing degree at community college. There's a lot going on here.
And she might be pregnant because she fucked Chris Pine.
Did he come inside her, though?
100%. We already established that.
That's true. That's actually in the movie. That's a deleted scene.
It's like Chris Pine taking Diana Prince to, like, a fucking pharmacy. He's like, here's just take this pill. It's plan B. Just take it.
He's like, $49 in 1924? That's absurd. I love the costume design here. I know we're not the pretentious pod, a.k.a. Collider, fuck you, who talks about this stuff, but she looks like Wonder Woman, but not as stupid as, like Geiger says, this shit is written in the 1940s. We get it.
So
they did a good job adapting it.
I think I've been calling him Hades the whole time instead of Ares. Sorry, I got my Greek mythology mixed up. My bad.
I think only like the last couple times. Heavily.
I've been drinking a lot, yes.
Again, the tiara banner. The tiara is working for me.
Thank you for knowing that.
I got your back, brah.
If there's anything we know about the Irish, they're ready to drink again.
I mean, I'll throw some more down if y'all want to.
What if one of these fucking
I'm not Irish,
wakes up and is like, dude, I totally forgot to do that report yesterday because I thought we were dead. I'm so fucked.
He's like, and they're going to still want it, right? He's like, yeah, of course. Fuck.
It's like the teacher tries to go, just because tomorrow's homecoming doesn't mean I don't want your homework. I'm like, God, you're such a bitch.
Yeah,
Like, why
fuck
are
that
you the
teacher.
way you are? How do you sleep at night?
Remember back in the day when everyone loved every world leader when split in two?
No, because
Yeah,
I probably
me
wasn't
either.
alive. She's burdened. She's a burdened hero. This is like me after I win a game of beer pong, but like my partner was too drunk, so I had to switch out to some rando in the middle of the game. Like, yeah,
Look,
we
again,
won,
it's
but we
my
lost
bad.
a lot of good
Someone
men.
would have hit on her already walking down. It's like, hey, you here for the party?
Horns, remember that time where we literally could not lose? We tried to lose and we couldn't.
We had to walk away from the table. I was like, I want to talk to people at this party.
We were like 18-0, and I was literally bored playing beer pong. I couldn't miss.
I made like 7 straight bounces. It was fucking stupid.
It was absurd.
Do you think she's like, I only gave him a hand job? Wow.
And he didn't even finish. Like, well, at that point, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. Like,
He was
Well,
drunk.
when it's through the pants, it's kind of hard.
the zipper
Especially
was
back then,
gouging
that
into
shit
his
was
dick.
thick. That's not like wearing some gym shorts. Like, that's some denim thick ass canvas shit.
She's like the 19th girl to walk up and sensually rub the photo of Chris Pine on the,
Oh,
the
for
board.
sure, yeah. She's like, I only gave him a hand job. She's like, I can't believe I only let him come inside me. Like, what?
4 times that night. Like, well,
And then
that's
there
not
was a
even
guy that
physically
said that
possible.
Same thing, which really concerned me.
You said he was sterile. What? Like, that makes
They
sense.
all say that, Becky.
We're about to get that
I
guitar.
love that the whole movie is dictated on this picture, which is seen in BVS. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is pretty fucking cool. I can't wait to see Eisenberg and Justice League. Oh.
Thanks,
Oh,
Josh.
too soon.
Let me
Josh,
tell you
this
something. Josh Whedon cut out him. We better get Leto. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. We better get somebody.
it's never gonna happen.
Because, dude, the problem is now it's more about Joss Whedon than it is about the movie or the fans.
Should I tweet him tonight that I'm gonna like murder him in his sleep for fucking cutting out fucking Lex Luthor?
No, but you should tell him you myrtle him while he's awake.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, at least give him
I'm a
a
little
chance.
worried
This-
that that's on record now.
Well, we haven't edited this yet in post.
Do you think she has a more comfy outfit, like when she's on her period or just feeling bloated?
I've never seen a sluttier turtleneck than what she has on, I'll say that.
Wow.
Good for her. You go do London, girl. What's she gonna do, like, right now? Honestly, what's her fucking goal? Jumping off the...
There's
Guys.
half-price sandwiches down the street.
That was Wonder Woman. We made it.
That was a great fucking movie. And I'm sorry at home that we diverged, but honestly, that's why you listen to the Broforce Squad. Really.
Yeah, if you didn't want what you just got, then
Jeff went a little off the tracks. It happens.
still subscribe to us, but like just
100%.
ignore the emails.
Geiger mans up and blames somebody else. It's like, that's how we do it, you know?
Yep.
I'm going to
Guys,
step
on
up.
a better note, I'm still hammered. Guys, do we have anthologies?
Do we?
I'll do one, if you
I'm
want.
not gonna lie. I'll make
I
something
mean, it's
up. but
pretty easy because it's a DCU, so it doesn't even have to connect.
Horns, why don't you go first?
Okay. So I got a couple. But the first one that I'm going to do is going to be about Hippolyta on the island of Themyscira, which I don't think coincidentally is also the mascara, as women would love to call the planet. Because what woman wouldn't fucking move to a planet called the Mascara? These makeup-obsessed people. Anyway, we love women. They're better than us and everything. So, Hippolyta, she gets a job in Indiana working at a CVS as an assistant manager. And she moves over, and Trevor is the regular manager, the night manager. And they have a little thing. They text a little bit. They go to a few work happy hours, maybe a bowling night. Next thing you know, Trevor gets a little fucking weird. He starts showing up at Hippolyta's apartment at like 1 a.m. He sends her weird fucking photos like of a knife with no context and stuff like that. So basically, Hippolyta's like, Trevor, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's your deal? Coincidentally, because Hippolyta has no idea what the deal is, Batman shows up, snaps his neck, ergo, court case happens. Turns out no one can connect any of it, and that's our next Netflix documentary. It's called Hippolyta? ? Look for it next February.
Geiger, can you follow that up? Because I can't.
Mine's on Wonder Woman. Movie we just watched. It's going to be rebooted in about 10 years.
Do you know who Hippolyta is?
What?
You said it's on the movie we just watched, like mine is some weird narrative that was totally unconnected.
No, I digress yours because I'm doing a different thing.
Okay.
So mine is on Wonder Woman, and it's going to be a transgender person, a man becoming a woman. And he or she is going to be overweight, and she's not going to be good at all in the suit. But since it's transgender and it happened 10 years ago, it's going to be courageous. And it's going to be, it's just going to be awesome. It's going to bring a nation together and just be like, hey, we should make fun of these people because they're courageous and they make America great.
Did you lose a contact again?
No.
You look fucked up. Your left eye.
Well,
is like...
that's because I'm fucking hammered, is why that is.
All right, that's fair.
Fair to you.
That was beautiful, Geiger. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, guys, my anthology is about a woman. Now,
Banner, why do you seem so
guys,
burdened to tell us this story?
Because it's very close to my heart. All right.
All
now,
right, yeah. Let's get emotional.
The real theme of Wonder Woman is the empowered woman, right?
Sure.
What other empowered woman do we have in movies
Cruella
that just
DeVille.
inspires other women to do womanly things?
Cruella
Condoleezza
DeVille.
Rice.
No. Hold on a sec. What was your guess?
Cruella
You're
DeVille.
wrong. No. Julie the fucking cat, guys.
Wow.
Okay.
From Bangor, Maine.
From Bangor, Maine. Now, Julie Cat, she's come with some tough times. She's had to do some stuff on 11th Street. We all know what happens down there. But Wonder Woman finds her, brings her on the right path, and she ends up starting up a Little League hockey game. Shit happens from there. They win the Goodwill Games, all women's team. And that's about all I got for you. But we are the Bro Force Squad podcast. You guys can follow us on Twitter at Bro Force Squad. Just give us a like on Facebook. Check out all of our content on YouTube, as well as our website, broforcesquad.com. I'm Brian Banner for Jeff Hornacek and Matthew F. Geiger. We will catch you guys next time for one of our world-famous commentaries, episodes, movie reviews, brobacks, or maybe even just a friendly game of Clue. We'll catch you guys later. Have a great evening. Thank you.